Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It's a great day to be alive on this Wednesday. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust on this Weed Man Wednesday. I don't know about y'all.
Ooh, I love the weed, man.
The initial services are starting to make the grass already look a little greener with the little sunshine. Just even with the little sunshine.
Listen, my grass is the best grass on the block because of the weed, man.
Guys, this morning, ding dong at the Nortman estate.
You
Guess who's there? Not lying at all. Weed man. I'm not lying.
How come you didn't tell us? You've been complaining for a while.
This moment, it makes sense that it happened on a Weed Man Wednesday. I mean, he was back there on his little vehicle, all morning, taking care of the
vehicle. They didn't bring no vehicle to our house.
Wait a minute.
They walked
our houses. They brought a vehicle to the estate.
No, we're normal human beings. We have normal houses. You don't have acres.
This guy was riding literally a four-wheeled instrument the size of a lawnmower. Going on and doing all the entire yard.
Yeah,
he was going like probably 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, Brad, if he was 5 miles per hour in my backyard, he'd be done in 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah. He was there for quite a while. But, man, it's already looking good, Weed Man.
Thank you. Brad? Thanks for making me feel like I'm a nobody.
I know.
The man was in and out within 10 minutes from my house.
I can't believe...
He called me, Kyle. So it is a Weed Man Wednesday. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We got a lot to get to because the Milwaukee Bucks are just... really bad. It's bad. But before we get to them, 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. You can see us on YouTube at ESP Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. It is a Weed Man Wednesday here, and you can get 50% off your first service at weedman.com. But when they came to Kyle and I's house, I imagine, Kyle, you had the same experience as I did. He called. I was like, oh, that's great, you're coming. He called 30 minutes to an hour later. I was like, oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, they did all the stuff. They even did a couple of moving branches and stuff. And they're probably still out there on the machine doing the estate.
They very well may be. I mean, I can't believe that they just walked your yards.
What do you mean, Brad, I know you
can't even fathom
you've made it
yards that size.
Now he's getting disrespectful.
Yeah,
you can't fathom a normal yard.
I did wonder how they were going to tackle it because, like, in the past, when I had to do it, when I did not have weed, those are darker days.
I don't care about your darker days.
He got this awesome mobile, and it's four wheels, and he was cruising on it. It was unbelievable.
I actually think I want to call Weed Man and be like, I think you gotta cancel Brad's services because
no, don't do that.
He don't know how to
love Weed Man.
He don't know how to appreciate those or less fortunate.
I was so thankful because he had the Weed Man. He had such a great attitude.
I love that we're calling him the Weed Man.
The Weed Man. Yeah, and honestly, they look just like us. I felt a connection to them because he had the same shirt I had on. It was like, let's go.
Wait, you were wearing that when they showed up?
I wasn't.
That would have been amazing.
They did a great job. Thank you, Weed Man.
Thanks for ruining my day, Brad.
Alex Strofe is up in Green Bay for the NFL Draft, and he talked with two potential wide recievers that might be around during the 23rd pick of the NFL Draft where the Green Bays are picking. We'll get to Alex Strofe in a second, but Bango is still behind me. And the sigh of, not relief, the sigh of disappointment from Brad Nortman says it all.
Yeah.
Look, are the Bucks cooked or do you have hope? If you have hope, I'd love to hear from you. 800-990-3776. I'm not even going to do I told you so. Will, that takes a really big man, by the way, to not come on here and do the I told you so.
Oh, come on.
It's very admirable of you.
Thank you.
He did this whole spiel.
Not a lot of people appreciate that.
No, he did a whole spiel yesterday. Rick Carlisle, he respects Damian Lillard, so I love Damian Lillard. Go with the over. Go with this. You were preaching the Bucks when you ended the show yesterday.
Did Dave hit the over?
He did not.
No, he didn't.
He had 11 points at half, and I was like, he's trending.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room for hope in my heart. And it hurts me to say that. I was a big Bucks guy. I still I'm the bet with Homer.
You have zero credibility when it comes to this Bucks team.
Why? I'm a fan. I love the Bucks.
Why I'm a fan? I love the Bucks. Doesn't do it.
Everyone in KBN Nation can associate with that.
You burned $20, Brad.
Because I bet with my heart, not my head. Just like that. I still liked the first round bet. I didn't expect him to be this flat and this disjointed.
You're already talking about it as it's over, so
there's not a lot of hope left. Do you have any hope, Ben?
I told you I said, help me, Damian Lillard. You're my only hope.
And he didn't help.
And he didn't.
Well,
the rest of the squad is, Bobby was great, but at the end of the day,
Kyle Kuzma scored over 6. Bingo.
Nailed it, Kyle.
Over 6.
Congratulations. My biggest problem with watching the Bucks is they are like the most brutal watch of all time. They have no continuity. They don't play together. They don't have defined roles. They don't know with what roster they put or what lineup they put together, what you're going to get. I'm looking at lineups out there. I'm saying, what in the hell is going on? Part-time Will could have put together a better 5-man lineup out there to go against the Indiana Pacers. Giannis is just he in a weird way, he was invisible yesterday and he had an unbelievable stat line. Because my sole focus is
with a triple-double or not?
Yeah, I don't know, but he had double-digit rebounds, 30-plus points again. Just he's a machine. But I just feel so bad for him. Part of this may be his fault. I don't know the ins and outs of how much say he's had on who comes and who doesn't. But ultimately, it's brutal to watch, and they're cooked. They're cooked. They're cooked like my dad used to cook bratwurst way too much. And it would always be charred. And I always hated the taste.
Wow, that's a very colorful analogy. I'm right there with you, Ben. Unfortunately, I don't see how this team can come together. They have created this sort of environment of being disjointed, and you can tell they don't trust one another. They don't play well together. I'm not even sure the talents and what they each bring to the table meshes together. Mm-hmm. And certainly they haven't played enough together to work through all that. And they're playing a team that knows who they are. They're certainly okay with no true superstar on their team. Just they're all being elevated B players, but they play well together. They've got grit. And that's what's frustrating is that this is an Indiana Pacers. It's the Indiana Pacers. Yeah. It's not like we're playing the Boston Celtics.
Let me just give you guys a little bit of confidence here. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm all gung-ho. If I could again, I would rewrite history and I would keep that little $20 in my Venmo account and not send it to Brad. Now, I admit that. I wouldn't have yelled at you, called you a snake in the grass for not putting in that slip for me at Pato. But we are here.
He did call you a snake in the grass.
Sure
what
did.
What a lie.
He is a snake in the grass because he should have saved me. He should have saved me.
Oh, so now it's my...
Yeah.
I'm damned if I do.
You're the betting expert. You should protect us, Brady.
You didn't bet for a reason, and you just allowed us to just throw our money away. You know money is tight right now.
I kind of get a little bit of joy watching the cheapos lose a little money.
I'm sure you do, but let me give you a little confidence, okay? So Doc Rivers yesterday in his press conference after the game, you know what he said? I'm very confident about this series. He's very confident about this series. He says, you know what?
Are you confident in Doc Rivers?
Do you believe him?
Doc Rivers has been up in series 3-1, have lost them. So you know what? If anybody knows about comebacks, it is Doc Rivers. So Doc, whatever magic somebody put on you before, it's time for you to put it on the Pacers because he said he's confident.
So now we need dark magic to win the series.
We need something. I don't know what it is, but you know what Doc said? We got time. We're going to get it all figured out. And another thing, shout out to Eric Name of bringing this one up here from The Athletic. You know, earlier this season, the Milwaukee Bucks started the season 1-6, and Rivers was informed that only 12 teams out of 150 teams that ever started 1-6 made the playoffs. What did the Bucks end up doing this year?
They made the playoffs.
Okay, now, so my team has faced odds that were against them before. So you know what? I feel confident the Bucks are going to find a way to turn it around. Come on, Giannis. Giannis, you can't go out like this.
Give us the cliches right now. Will, what cliche do you got for the Milwaukee Bucks? Because Dave from Aaron on the Carbless Talking text line says Gabe Neitzel this morning on 94.5 ESPN gave the cliche. Well, the Bucks can't win in 6 if the Pacers don't win 2.
2-0, the worst lead in sports.
Hey, got him right where we want him.
Right where we want him.
Got him right where we want him.
Here's my favorite one. The series doesn't start until an opposing team wins on the road.
Just getting the kinks out.
Just
getting the kinks out.
Listen, they got their 2. They were supposed to win. Now it's time for us to get our 2. So we still in it, baby. We going to win game 3 on Friday night. And then on Sunday, the whole city of Milwaukee is going to take whatever they need to do, whatever coffee they need to drink, whatever caffeine they need to get in their system, and make sure they are up and energized at 8:30 at night at Pfizer Forum and have that place right.
Coffee dehydrates you. I don't know if we want to dehydrate this team.
I thought it
But
gives people.
they need some energy.
Now, why do people drink coffee? I thought it gives you.
Yeah, but it does dehydrate.
Well, listen, I need fans to be loud. I need fans to be proud. Indiana showed out, and we need to show Indiana that our fans are better. So be loud and be proud Friday
you just
and on
sound.
Sunday.
You just started to sound so desperate right there.
If y'all think that
I was saying, give us the cliches in a fun manner. Then Kyle got really serious all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Dame just getting his lungs underneath him.
The series doesn't begin until the road team wins.
And you believe that?
100%. And if the road team wins on Friday, guess what? It's over. And if they lose on it, whatever. Listen, they lose on Friday. I ain't talking. The only thing we talking about the Bucks is if Giannis gonna be here or not.
What's your confidence level in them? You have a shred of hope. It sounds like
Giannis ain't going out like that. The Bucks are winning game 3.
Giannis is doing everything he can do. Giannis isn't the problem. It's everybody else.
Giannis gonna look them boys in the eyes and say, "Y'all see me out here. I need y'all help."
But
Bobby stepped up.
They're not good.
Brad, shut up, Brad. Listen, shut up. They gonna win game 3.
They're gonna lose me $40, Kyle. They're losing $40. I'm angry at the Bucks.
Did somebody tell you to do that?
You guys are gonna be a
question. Put a number on it. What's your % confidence in the Bucks?
Listen, and on game 3 or in the series?
Series.
Oh, I mean, come on now. I mean, you asking me? I mean, I ain't no ain't no miracle worker coming. You know what? I think the Bucks still have a 45% chance.
Wow, that's pretty high.
45. No, what, Bumpsy? We still got a 50% chance because we ain't lost at home yet. 50% chance.
just simply because they haven't played at home.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. I'm using math, Brad. Right? Statistically,
You
speaking,
want real statistics?
No, statistically speaking. No, I don't want analytics. I want statistics.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. These two yahoos had me place a $20.
Statistics.
Yeah, it's not statistic. It's math.
That's statistics. I'm a statistician right now.
These two yahoos had me place $20 each for them on the Bucks to win the series against the Pacers at plus 165. Do you want to know how to win your $20 back?
Yes, and I'd like to know how to win my 40 back as well. Because I'm down 20 to homer.
Oh, that's right.
What
So I'll just double it. I'll just double whatever you say. For
the Pacers to win the series right now are minus 500. So Kyle, you'd have to put down $100
to win 40. To win 20?
To win 120.
Oh my gosh!
Brad, you'd have to put
$200 to win $40. That is brutal.
Dang!
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her.
I gotta put 100, and then if the Bucks. So then about
who's more cooked, Brad and Kyle's checking account, or the Milwaukee Bucks in this series?
Well, here's the thing.
Not Brad's, obviously. I mean Kyle's. Yes.
Losing, because I would end up losing 60 because I would win 20 in this bet or something like that. You know, losing $60, but the Bucks winning the series may be worth it. That may be worth it. I may, because either I make my money back or I lose some money, but the Bucks go on around too, and I got something else to cheer for. So if I bet on the Pacers and the Pacers end up losing the series, I still make my money off the money I bet on the Bucks. So I'm only down 60.
You're spiraling, dude.
Yeah, you're in a
talking
dark
about
place.
all these different scenarios and betting,
and then
trying to validate losing money.
If it does get to Game 6, my man is going to be chasing another side of the series bet, and
I want to put money
trouble.
on the Bucks to win Game 3. We got to be a favorite.
Are the Bucks the favorite, or has that not come out yet?
I could probably get you that really quickly here, but I was just enamored by the beauty of a future Packer Hall of Famer who is in the flesh.
Oh wow, looking
in
good.
The flesh.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If I bet on Game 3 the Bucks to win, they lost, I would legitimately have to hang it up. I would. I'd hang
Looking
it up.
ahead, the Milwaukee Bucks are favored by 4.5 on Friday at 7 p.m.
I would be surprised if they lose. This is a classic game where they come in, they win by 15.
I would be devastated if they lose. I don't think you understand. That would ruin my Friday.
We have a special treat because Alex Strofe got some audio up in Green Bay talking to two potential draft picks that could become Green Bay Packers if it falls the Packers' way. Kyle, there is no eating during the segment.
I'm trying to calm my nerves right now by eating my grapes because of the fact that the Bucks could end up losing the series, and I need to simmer down because my chest actually hurts, buddy. And then thinking about if they go down 0-3.
Minus 4.5. I think Kyle's got to place another bet.
Boy, I'm telling you, if I lost this bet, it would legitimately put me overboard. I would just be like, what the heck?
I can't remember.
Should I bet on the
Pacers?
Pacers? Me either.
I
think
literally cannot remember
last
it.
bet I won was probably NFL football.
Oh, no. That's bad.
Did you any futures bet? Did you place on the Packers that you won?
Oh yeah, I did well.
This was all
on
the way
that
back
one.
then.
Yeah, I did well on that one, but I've lost even the playoffs. I sucked during the playoffs. Maybe I got one thing right. That was bad.
It's bad for Kyle Wallace. It's bad for the Bucks. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. We're going to have extended Brian Balaga time here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live and in person. So check us out on YouTube if you want to see what a real man looks like. You can see Brian Balaga on video next to part-time Will, who's like what are you rocking? 5'7"?
Yeah, 5'7", 5'6".
Kyle, you hit 6 feet.
I wish. I'm a
set you up for that
5'10"
one.
king, baby. Short king. Me and Will.
Brad,
short kings.
you're in good shape, but next to Brian,
I'm a punter still.
you look like a pipsqueak.
I think you put
I
your
will,
place
I
again.
will look rightfully like a
I
punter.
felt very small, even smaller, when he just came in here and shook my hand.
Did you just get swallowed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it like a grizzly bear hand?
Yeah.
Just like,
What I would imagine a grizzly bear hand would be like, yes.
I guess paw, the right term.
More Kyle, Brust, and Nortman next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I'm about being young, wild, and free.
No, you're not.
I'm about being.
You're not young, wild, and free.
I am young.
You're not that.
I am
Every time I ask you to
Wild.
do something, I check with a girlfriend.
Wait, why are you taking shit? Why you going personal? Why you gotta talk about business? I can still be free with a lady.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some great news from my friends at Bank 5-9. For a limited time, you can earn as much as 4.8% on one of their CD specials. With 9, 17, and 25-month options, you're sure to find a CD that fits your needs while you earn a great return. It's simply another way Bank 5-9 is making lives better in our communities. Hurry! These high rates won't last long. Check out bank59.com/CD for more details. Member FDIC.
No shortcuts, no compromises, just the job done right. At Exterior Pros, we don't just meet expectations, we crush them. Every nail, every window, every shingle is a step toward your home's next chapter. From the moment we start until that final reveal, we're committed to making your home better than ever. Quality products and craftsmanship you can count on. Go to the pros for your next project. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law Offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law Offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law Offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law Offices.
Who's looking for a better deal? Well, Cousin Sub's $10 meal deals just got better. Available online only. Order your 7.5-inch meal deal today and upgrade it with a large fountain beverage, large fry, regular shake, or regular Wisconsin cheese curds. Prices vary by item from $1 to $2 a piece. Make it better and make it your own way. Now that's a better deal. For further details or to order, go to cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available online at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings. Discount Liquor.
According to American writer H.L. Mencken, a well-stocked bar can create over 17 billion different cocktails. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. I don't know if 17 billion is accurate or not, but I do know that Discount Liquor is the place to find everything you need to be well-stocked for any occasion. Discount Liquor is Wisconsin's home to over 2,000 varieties of beer, 3,500 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. Our unparalleled selection is rivaled only by our incredible savings and everyday low prices. And we know how to take care of our customers, no matter the occasion. In fact, Discount Liquor has won numerous national and local awards. Visit Discount Liquor at our Milwaukee or Waukesha locations. Family owned and operated since 1960.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings. Discount Liquor.
In Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow. Check out our specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. It's Weed Man Wednesday. Weed Man for the win.
To say,
All right, part-time Will running the show for Alex Drofe. I don't know the difference between any NFL wide receiving prospects' voices. So are we going in blind here on Kyle Brust and Nortman?
Yeah, we're going in blind. I know what clip is which player, but you guys do not.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Exclusive audio with one Alex Drofe and a couple of draft prospects up in Green Bay relayed to us for Kyle Brust and Nortman. All right, without further ado, who is, or not who, this is the first exchange between Alex Drofe and said NFL wide receiver prospect.
Yeah, and just to preface, both questions are how they would feel about coming to Green Bay. So, same question, two different receivers. Here we go. Player one.
Definitely feel like home, somewhere I can see myself, any organization that's getting me, you definitely getting a true dog, a true competitor, somebody that got a chip on their shoulder like they got something to prove. So, just like I said, just getting the opportunity to go to the NFL, man, that's all it's about. And, whatever opportunity I do get, I'm going to make the most of it.
All right, that was player one, and that's a high bar because I'm a dog and a competitor has me running through a wall.
I like that countryness too. He's probably from the South.
A little grateful too. It's just like an opportunity. Just
I think I know who that one is.
It's one or two people.
Yeah, that one. I think I know who it is. This one was asked. This prospect was asked the same question by Alex Drofe. How they would feel if they were drafted by the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was good vibes. I immediately came to the facility, and they showed me nothing but love. So, I know that if I'm fortunate enough to come up here, I know that, I'm in good hands.
Don't want him.
Yeah, good vibes.
Good vibes? I don't give a damn about good vibes.
One of them was 20 seconds. The other one was 9, if that tells you anything, too. 9 seconds long.
He didn't say anything about,
give me good
vibes.
Fit. Give me good vibes.
You don't mean that. You want a dog, Kyle.
Give me I want a dog, but I like
Play
that
second one again. Play that second one more time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was good vibes. I immediately came to the facility, and they showed me nothing but love. So, I know that if I'm fortunate enough to come up here, I know that, I'm in good hands.
If I'm fortunate, I'm in good hands. I like that. That man know what good hands are. Jordan Love hands throwing him the football. I like that kid.
I don't need him to be in good hands. I need him to have good hands.
No, I like that kid. I like both of them, but give me the second one. Give me the second.
So you want good vibes over dog, chip on your shoulder,
competitor.
Definitely feel like home.
Home. Okay, Green Bay.
Somewhere I can see myself. Any organization that's getting me, you definitely getting a true dog, a true competitor.
I know. I like that.
True dog, true competitor.
No, I like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that he said that. I'm actually higher on him now just because I like somebody that said, "Listen, you're getting a dog." I'm telling you this right now.
We need dogs. We need dudes. I'm done with guys. No more guys. We need dudes.
Man, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. When you a baller, you a baller. You ain't got to sit there and talk cocky. You ain't got to sit there and talk to man. If you are a baller, you get out there. Listen, I like the vibes. Look at Tyrese Halliburton. You think Tyrese Halliburton talking about he a dog? No, he He a little annoying dude. But you know what?
Almost slipped there, Kyle.
He gets buckets. And so you know what? If the second kid, who I think it is, if he comes to Green Bay, he's going to get touchdowns. He's going to get highlights.
All right, time for the reveal because Kyle is clearly biased.
So
what do you mean I'm biased?
It's got to be Matthew Golden is first.
Yes, Matthew Golden was first, Tet McMillan too.
Versus Tet McMillan.
I feel like Kyle had to have known that it was Tet McMillan.
he knew it was Tet. That's his guy.
Covering his bases.
No, he was good.
And your voice got high when talking about how you were trying to convince yourself that was the guy that you wanted.
Man, I like. You know what? Sometimes there's nothing better than a dude that's super chill that can bust your behind. There's nothing better than that. You might think he's too calm and chill, but you get on the football field, he's murking you. He's torching you. Yeah, I had to change it up for the
for the FCC.
Torching you. Torching you.
I don't know. I mean,
what I do want to know, Brad, from you is we just heard 2 pieces of audio in an exchange with Alex Strofe, who's up in Green Bay talking to these wide receiver prospects. We're not going to play the sound because I want Brian Balaga to react to the sound if he's able to join us next on the next side of the segment here. How much do words actually matter from these players? Because we talk a lot, and it doesn't mean we're anything.
I mean, it's not much. If you were going to take out of 100% of the draft evaluation, where part of it is, pro day and the draft and your film, what you say in interviews
with Alex Strofe in Green Bay,
probably a half of 1%. But these guys,
that's good.
These guys do reveal a little bit about their personality and how they feel life. I mean, in those 20 seconds and 9 seconds, I think you could take away a thing or two about their personality. That goal, well, Brian Balaga is listening. I want him to reveal it. But you
hit the record scratch.
You can evaluate who these guys are and their personality just slightly, a slight glimmer into who they are. So it's certainly not everything, and it's probably among the smallest things on the list, but it still says something, Kyle.
Yeah, I think I remember. I don't know if it was Josh Rosen, but there was a quarterback who got passed up, and I remember he said he's going to make all the teams that pass him up pay for that. Josh Rosen, I don't even know if he's still in the league. If he is, as a backup. All that talk is nothing. Even though this kid, Matthew Golden, is very, very, very talented.
Record scratch. I mean, goodness, guys. We're taking a break because you guys can't keep it together. Now we've already given away half the secrets for Brian.
The big fella left.
What are you talking about? He's right there.
Oh, wait. I missed his glare.
How do you miss the big fella?
I don't know how I missed the big fella.
You need some thicker glasses.
I do.
Kyle, do you think you could beat Balaga in just like one pass rush? How many times would it take for you to beat him to get to the pass, to get to the quarterback?
How out of shape is he?
We'll find out on the other side. I think he's been golfing quite a bit.
Do I get to go first, and he doesn't get to kick back first? He doesn't kick set first, and I get to go first. I think I can get him 1 out of 100.
Hey, you got short arms. I'll go right around those arms. He's nothing. he's nothing now. I'm going right through the legs, crawl through the legs. I'm getting by him, whatever it takes. Brian Balaga, future Packer Hall of Famer, joining us for a little bit here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. First, Brad, you're going to tell us about why less is more.
Oh, less is more with Carbless, KBN Nation. You know that by now. And the 2025 flavors that will define your summer, they're outstanding. The Tropical Bliss Variety Pack and the Mango Vodka Cocktail. They're right there at the end of the aisle, at least where I shop out there in Lake Country. And you know that every time I go through the grocery store, I'm picking it up. Because the Nortman fridge has to be filled with Carbless. It's crisp, it's clean, it's tropical. And now with the bright, sun-shining spring and summer right on the way, it's the perfect complement to any evening or day if you want to kick back, relax, and enjoy a ready-to-drink cocktail. And you guys know the things that I love about Carbless, making it guilt-free. It's gluten-free. It's sugar-free. It's less calories. It's only 100 calories. It's low carbonation, but always high on flavor. Owned right here in the great state of Wisconsin, Carbless always proves why less is more with Carbless.
Brian Balaga joins us next here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, live and in the flesh. So if you want to see a real man, go to YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee or at ESPN Madison. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach. Yes, he saw it as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, Community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. Pay no interest until 2030, plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at ikea.com/US.
Turn up the volume and turn up the flavor with Tequila Mi Campo. Tequila made for Wisconsin. Just like the excitement of draft day in Green Bay, Mi Campo delivers that same bold energy and anticipation with every sip. Mi Campo is crafted for utterly in-your-face flavor. Made with 100% Blue Weber agave. Aged in wine barrels for incredibly smooth taste. Ready for however you like to turn it up. Mi Campo. Live louder. Please enjoy responsibly. 2025 imported by Mi Campo Spirits, Canandaigua, New York. Tequila 40% alcohol by volume.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between.
Now through Wednesday, save on 4.75 to 9-ounce selected varieties, Frito-Lay Lays or kettle chips or dip, 2 for $5. 4-count selected varieties, Dole fruit bowls, 2 for $6. 8-count selected varieties, Jimmy Dean's breakfast sandwiches, $9.99. 12.5 to 19.6 selected varieties, Pepperidge Farm layer cakes, $3.99. Let's get some strawberries.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh. Pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on the Packers. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
During draft week, make the ultimate pick your child's future. Bet on their success with Advest 529, Wisconsin's direct sold college savings plan. Here's the play. Open an Advest 529 account now until April 27th with just $25, and Advest will match it with $25. That's right. Save $25, get $25. The clock is ticking. Don't miss your shot to score a brighter future. Open your account before April 27th to score your bonus. Go to advest.com/draft25 to lock in your $25 bonus today.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of.
Typically, we'd hear that music on Mondays and Thursdays at around 4:45, but we are happy to have Brian Balaga in the flesh here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman as he's in town for all our ESPN Wisconsin draft coverage. Welcome back to Wisconsin, Brian. When's the last time you were here?
Last time I was here was for the Chargers game last year. So what was
So you don't love it enough to come unless it's for something.
That was 2023 for the Chargers game.
No, that was last year.
It was last year.
Oh, I thought when I was in Mexico, that was last year.
I think that was last year.
I was in Mexico for the Chargers game.
No, you're right. That was 2023.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. That was 2 years ago. Yeah,
Man,
2 years
it's been
ago.
a while.
Yeah, last year I didn't come to a game. You're right.
And when you flew in and got off the plane, were you reminded why you live where you live?
No, it's very nice. It's like 60
today.
Yeah, it's like in the mid-60s. Beautiful weather.
I mean, no
today.
sun today, right?
It was sunny when I walked up.
What?
Yeah. It was sunny out
We
right now.
don't see anything ever
Yeah,
in
it's
this
sunny
building.
out right now. It's very nice.
Most O-linemen I know prefer cold weather over hot. So Florida, where you do live now, is an interesting choice.
Yeah, it's for living. I prefer the warm weather.
Ah.
To play in the cold weather is my preference.
Gotcha.
Playing in hot weather is no good. It does something to the heavier guy's body that doesn't add up well. It shuts down the body very quick.
So one of the things that was always crazy in training camp was how many pounds guys lost over the course of a practice. Now, playing in Carolina and Jacksonville, there was some staggering amount of like sweat. That
Well, I'm
big
sure
guys
you
would
lost
lose.
so much weight,
Brad.
I would lose, maybe a pound or two, and one little Gatorade would be enough. What's the most you've ever lost during a practice?
Wait, do you do weigh-ins before and after practice?
Weigh in before and after everybody.
Yeah, every day. So I think the most I lost, I remember it was probably my rookie year, probably when I was running the ones, the twos, and the threes when I was a rookie, and I had to do all the reps. I'd take the reps for Chad too, and then I'd take my reps, and then I'd take some reps with the threes. And those were McCarthy's practices that were like 2.5, 3 hours. They were different than LaFleur's practices that were like an hour and a half on and off the field. I think there was a practice where I lost around 9.5, 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So just water weight.
Yeah, you lose so much water. I've heard guys, you probably heard the same thing, guys losing like 16 pounds over the course of 3 hours. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. It
Crazy.
happens. And if you're down south, too, it's flying off you. No problem.
Different. 100% different.
All right, so Brian Balaga in person with us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. And there's been so much, I feel like more than ever this offseason, and I'm trying not to, think about this year versus the last 6 years that I've been doing this. I feel like because of the Jordan Love, I don't want to say uncertainty, but from the ups and downs that he had from a bad start to 2023 to an unbelievable run in 2023 to being hurt in the 2024 season, so much of the offseason has been not spent talking about the quarterback, but everything else around him. And for me, I just feel like this is, as Jason has said many times on Wildy and Tausch and with us, this is a pivotal year for Jordan Love. How important is it that they get somebody at the wide receiver position in the first 2 rounds? And if they don't, do you think that's okay? Would that be Goody telling us that he believes that Jordan's good enough to work with what he's got?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think Goody, based on what he did in free agency, is kind of telling us that he likes the room, which there's signs to me that the room is good. We all believed last year at this time that the room was really good, right?
We did.
So I think there is talent in the room. Now, obviously, with Watson not probably coming back till late in the season, that's a big loss.
Yeah, I don't even want to put a month on that because you just don't know how each individual will respond to a knee injury.
It's hard. I mean, he got hurt in December, right?
Yes.
So, you're looking we'll just say it's fast, right? We'll say it's fast and it's an 11-month recovery, right? And that's just getting back up to speed. That maybe not even be getting to the game speed. That's just getting him back out to practice speed. Maybe December, maybe January.
So you need a plan without him.
Yes, so you need a plan. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way these things work. I think I look at it more from the standpoint of contractually. Contractually with the wide receiver room, 2 are up this year. Mm-hmm. 2 are up next year. You can't keep them all. So no matter which way you look at it, whether you don't like the room or you like the room like I do, I think the guys can step up and play well. You have to replenish the ranks.
Who are you more confident in? Have more confidence in? Do you have more confidence in Tucker Kraft taking that next step? You see the evolution this year. He played really well, or a Jaden Reed, or a Tay Wicks, or a Romeo Dobbs. Who do you have more confidence in to live up to the expectations going into 2025?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think there's no reason for me to slight Tucker Kraft. I think Tucker Kraft can be as good as any tight end in the NFL. From what he showed last year. And the steps that, he could make this offseason going into next year, I think he can be as good as any tight end in the NFL.
Who does he remind you of when you play?
he reminds me a lot.
Kyle, I just got to call it out. Kyle is so funny because he watched you as a Packer backer, as a 6-year-old kid in 2010. How old were you?
I was when they won the Super Bowl. I was 9.
21, right?
I was 19. I was 20.
The way he was talking the first 2 segments to Brian, who do you think's going to take the biggest step? Like, you're just the best. He's so happy to be in the presence of one of his heroes.
The last time my Packers won a Super Bowl.
I know. I'm just trying to loosen you up a little bit.
Yeah,
I need that Kyle. Not who do you think's going to take the step here?
Well, no, I think who does he remind me of? Like, I hate comparing guys.
Who gives a damn as long as he produces?
Like, I think he's got great attributes. Like, because I think he blocks really well, like Kittle. You know what I mean? I think that's something that he does really well. But he's got really good hands. So, like, you kind of look at hands like Kelsey and guys, how he's utilized. I think he does good things like that. So, does he evolve into that full package, right?
And that a hybrid between Kittle and Kelsey, boy.
And can he do that? And can he do it consistently, right? And can the offense work through him? And that's kind of what we've been hearing, right? Like, is the offense going to work through the tight end room? And we'll see, right? Like, I mean, I guess we'll see. The tight end's not going to have 85 catches, right? Like, so how, if the tight end's not going to have that many catches, which he won't, it's just not, even when the Patriots were doing their thing, the tight end didn't have that many catches. How impactful are his receptions going to be, right? Is he going to be gashing teams down the middle with those 30-yard receptions and breaking tackles and doing what he probably does best? We'll have to see. But I still think the wide receivers can take a big step. I still think they're good players.
But you said big step, why?
The receivers?
Yeah.
Because I think they got a chip on their shoulder. I really do. I think they got a chip on their shoulder. I think they've been hearing a lot. And I still go back to kind of what got said at the Super Bowl media day for the parade of media for non-players.
The car wash of them going around and Josh Jacobs saying it. And
it wasn't like Jacobs trying to, bash these guys. That wasn't what it was about, but they took it personal, which is fine. Like, that's fine that they took it personal. But I think that's going to light a fire. And like, when guys are motivated from external factors like that, like, sometimes you see really, really special play. And I don't think we're looking for like each guy to go for over 1,000. Would it be nice? Sure. But like, we're just looking for, I guess, cutting the drops, right? Cutting the drops in half and more receptions and more possession and just better route running, things like that. That opens up everything for everyone else.
And real quick, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We're joined in the flesh by Brian Balaga. And I'm going to let Brad on the other side. You guys can compare draft stories and how cool it is to be in the NFL, whatnot. But I am more excited about tomorrow because I talked to the team. And Pit Boss, you're doing a grill off. Tucker Kraft, Mark Tauscher, Brian Balaga. Are you a big meats guy? Like our friend Omar, who runs the 3rd Street Market all here, owns Carnivore. Are you getting your fix in? Or are you getting any tips for this grill off?
I am. Okay, so like, here's my question, and this is the question I have. Like, I got asked, like, can I have an idea of what we're grilling? And I got told a brat. And I'm like, okay, that can't be the only thing we're grilling is a brat. So, like, what are we grilling? Like, I'm not like a top chef where you can just, like, give me the basket and open up and be like, here, Brian, do this. I like to have an idea.
You're a planner?
What would intimidate you? You open it up and you say, oh, geez, I don't know where to start.
A turkey?
Yeah, I'd have to call my wife to get her on speed dial. It's not that, obviously the time we have is not that long, so it can't be something that you can really, it takes a long time to cook. So nothing really intimidates me from from a grilling standpoint. It's just what you have to do with it, how you prep it, how you prepare it.
Hey, just put a whole bunch of seasoning on that
I'll
thing.
say this. We had Mark Tauscher on yesterday. Pretty confident.
I'm sure he's
pretty confident.
He's very
Brian.
confident in a lot of things he does.
Is he overconfident in a lot of things he does?
He could be.
I want to hear some Tausch stories from when you walked through the door for when Tausch was still there at some point.
I was very quiet. So, like, I just listened to what he said. When I was a youngster, I just was quiet.
Was there any sort of initiation for a young lineman with old T?
Yeah, I mean, listen, buy the chewing tobacco, make the coffee, do all the
carry the pads, maybe.
The helmets.
Yeah.
I had to do the helmets, the grunt work. Yeah, just like
standard.
And don't complain about it. Just do it. Don't complain about it. There'd be times where you buy the right chewing tobacco, or you make the right cup of coffee. This isn't the right stuff. They throw it back at you. This doesn't taste right.
I see some old tea there.
It's like a dad move,
What was your nickname from Tausch? Because Tausch is a nickname guy, and right now he just adds a Y to everyone's name. Norty, Brusty,
He's the one that came up with Blue.
Blue?
Yeah, he's the one. He did that one. That was him.
Not Bluey.
No, not Bluey. Not Bluey.
It might get there if you spend enough time in person with him now. It's Bluey.
It could get to that, but there was no such thing as Bluey at the time.
Yes, that actually good point.
At the
good
time,
point.
There was
The
no
TV
Bluey.
show.
Yeah, there was no such thing.
I love that though. I'm like Kyle. Now I'm like Kyle. I'm like, oh, tell me more about the initiation.
This is a Super Bowl champion we talking to. We be talking about 15 years since the championship. This man was part of the last Super Bowl.
What about
respect.
what about when you did start starting for the Green Bay Packers? Did you still have to carry the pads and do all the stuff?
Oh yeah, I did. I did it all year. I did it all year.
Super Bowl week?
Yeah. Oh, I did everything. Yeah. It carried me all through my rookie season. I had to continue my duties.
That's
humility.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
The humility.
I had to do my duties. Like we got on the plane to go to the Super Bowl. I had to go get the food for the plane. Like, so I was rushing to go get the food to put on the plane for the guys.
The whole team or the offensive line?
That's a big order.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, oh man,
and Aaron.
Were you dating? Oh, and Aaron. Were you dating?
yeah.
Were you dating your now wife at the time?
Yes.
What did she think about all this?
She just laughed. She was like, that sucks. Like, yeah, I know. It does. It does. But that was another perfect example. Like, I'd get Aaron something. Obviously, I'd ask him for his order. That would be another one. Every time I'd put his food in his chair, he'd come back, this isn't right. I'm like, oh. then I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't make it. Like, I didn't make it. He did that a bunch. Scott Wells did that a bunch to me. Like,
was it all the same restaurant that the order was from, or did they make you go all around town?
No, same restaurant. They tried to do that. They would try to... Like, okay, we want you to go to Cheesecake Heaven, and we want Five Guys.
Heaven.
And you're just like...
It's hell to me. Too many options.
You're like, guys, can't do that. Like, no way. There's absolutely no way I can do that. Like, one restaurant. I can't be late for the plane.
Isn't this the stuff you miss the most, though?
Yeah. I mean...
Not doing that specifically, but, like, the time around the guys. I mean, when I think about, like, sports, it's the best. The memories that you have, you remember more about the time spent with people and players and that than you do like exactly like this play in the third quarter of X game.
100%. Like you remember the locker room stuff and messing around and all those memories. I mean, yeah, you can go back and talk about games and plays and like, and those are all great memories. But like the stuff that guys miss the most is the locker room. I mean, like that's what it is. And when you're around guys that much every single day for that many days out of the year, I mean, those are, you build bonds and friendships, and that's essentially your family most of the year because you get to see your actual family like for like a couple hours every day. Yeah, when you come home.
And without even asking for this on the Carbless Talk and Text line, we got questions coming in for Brian. We could get to those. I got a lot planned for Brian coming up next as well as Brad, Kyle. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here. And we're wearing our Weed Man Wednesday today because or at least I needed a big fix up. I don't know what your lawns look like, but
I needed some help.
As the first year guy last year, I was brutal. And now I'm going to have that lush green weed-free yard that makes those neighbors stop and stare. It's kid and pet friendly, having a 15-month-old daughter, having 2 dogs. That was a no-brainer and must-have for the services. They use that golf course quality fertilizer and effective weed control. All part of that winning game plan. It's a Weed Man Wednesday here. Go to weedman.com to get 50% off your first treatment. That is half off at weedman.com. Weedman for the win. Brian Balaga in the flesh here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Anything you have for him, hit us on the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776 or on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. We'll dive a little deeper into Goot's results per The Athletic the last 5 years. Get his thoughts Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Student Athlete Support Fund was something I was looking at. I'm ultimately likely going to give to the College of Letters, I was in
long week on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, can't show you in there.
Why not?
That's the bathroom. We need a new shower bad.
Think your shower is one of the ugliest in Wisconsin? Upload your photo by April 30th to goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contest for a chance to win a free shower remodel. One lucky fan will win a free shower remodel from Kohler Services, including design consultation, demolition, and removal of your existing shower or bath, and installation of a brand new Kohler Luxstone shower. goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contests.
There's a winning magic powering up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This April, prepare for an exciting quest to $300,000 in the Enchanted Spin Slot Tournament. Just conjure your rewards card and play slots to earn drawing entries. Each Thursday, 60 winners will compete for thousands in cash and prizes. Let your journey begin with Enchanted Spins, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Quality isn't just a promise, it's a process. At Higher Love, they craft with integrity, delivering farm-to-table products you can trust. As the only clean green certified organic cultivator in the Upper Peninsula, Higher Love takes pride in growing pure premium products, meaning better quality at better value and a difference you can feel. You can find Higher Love just across the border in Menominee and Ironwood, or at any of their 9 locations throughout the UP. Get more information at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group. Happy New Year. How's business? Do you really know? We recently worked with several clients who thought they knew, but they didn't because their books were not in order. Imagine thinking you were making $1 million, but because your books are a mess, you were really only making $200,000. Quite a difference. Imagine finding out expenses were not recorded properly or sales were double recorded. If these happen to you, we can help. We work with our clients to clean up their books and give them the information they need to know where their business is now and where it is going in the future. Don't wait. Start on the path to less stress, more cash in your pocket, and no more sleepless nights. Call us at 414-325-2040 or visit neilgroup.net today to book a meeting. We can talk over Zoom, the phone, in our office, or your place of business. Yes, we like to visit our business clients. Don't wait any longer. Call 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
The Bucks find themselves in an 0-2 hole following a 123-115 loss to the Indiana Pacers in Game 2 of their best-of-7 series. Milwaukee mounted a 13-0 fourth-quarter rally to cut a 15-point deficit to 2, but couldn't get a stop down the stretch, according to head coach Doc Rivers.
To me, over anything else, we got to be able to get a stop on a call. We not only didn't get a stop, we gave up a 3. And those are the plays, to me, that are really breaking us.
Damian Lillard returned to the lineup for the first time since March 18th. He scored 14 points, but only 3 of those came after halftime while shooting 4 of 13 from the field. The series now shifts back to the Brew City for a must-win Game 3 Friday night.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Whether tailgating or hosting at home, don't serve boring, bland food. As the official grill of the Green Bay Packers, Pit Boss brings the heat with a wide range of wood pellet grills, smokers, and hardwood pellet fuel. Reach another level of flavor that can't be achieved with a charcoal or gas grill, and it's beyond easy. Seriously, Pit Boss grills get cooking with just a few simple steps. Grill, smoke, bake, roast, braise, char grill, barbecue, and direct flame sear. The all-in-one Pit Boss does it all. Learn more today at pitboss-grills.com.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It started with a whisper, and now it's when I kissed her.
Listen live, show replays, exclusive content. It is all on the new ESPN Wisconsin app. Your state, your teams, your ESPN, the Wisconsin sports fans' best way to stay in touch with their favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows. and their favorite teams. Find the new ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you, KBN Nation, at 800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and text line list is more. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, and part-time Will in for Alex Strofe. And still with us in the flesh is Brian Bulaga. Blue, it is great to have you in person. And as we get, I can't believe it. We're 1 day away. We're 1 day away from the draft in Green Bay. First time it's been in Wisconsin since 1939.
Nailed it.
When it was in Milwaukee.
Also nailed it.
There's been a couple things come out. There was one article that Brad found, I believe, that had the Packers ranked 32nd based off success of rookies making all-rookie team, Pro Bowls, All-Pros. The Athletic just came out with something that has the Packers ranked 18th out of 32 in draft picks over the last 5 years. As a draft and develop team, and as a team that is consistently making the playoffs, when does it turn for this team? Do they have to have a top 10 run over the next 5 years, or is it because they are consistently good that they're always in the 20th to 30th range of picking in the draft, that it's hard to find those as big of impact players? But then we have you sitting in the flesh as a 23rd pick who had a 10-plus year-ish career with the Green Bay Packers or in the NFL. Make it all make sense for us, because there's so much information. You could spin it all whichever way you want, depending how you want to spin it.
Yeah, those are two totally different, statistical, takes at it, right? Ranked 30th and then ranked 18th based on draft picks the last 5 years. I guess it's all based on metrics and how you want to look at it. Now, you look at I guess if you're looking at it from a first-round pick standpoint, I guess we could say over the last probably 5 years, the first-round picks probably haven't been the knockout guys that we have, that everyone wants, right?
Yeah, they've underachieved.
The all-pro guys that everyone wants out of a first-round pick.
It sucks to see a pick swap with the Jets, draft Lucas Van Ness, and then Will McDonald goes for 10.5 sacks in his second year.
Yeah.
Pick 2 picks after him with that pick swap.
Yeah, I get that, and we could go up and down with that a bunch, because I remember we did that, and with Minnesota, and Justin Jefferson got picked a pick later or something. That happens all the time, and there's a lot of what ifs. But I like to look at it more from body of work from throughout the draft, right? And guys that contribute on your team throughout the draft, because you don't continue to be a playoff team if you're drafting bad. If you're a bad draft team or a bad drafting team, you don't continually make the playoffs year after year after year, because you're not loading your team down with talent. You're loading your team up with guys that can't cut it. So I look at it more so that, sure, maybe the first-round picks haven't been what we wanted them to be, but you look at the rest of the draft picks and what Goody's done, there's a lot of talented players. So to say, they're ranked 18th or they're ranked 30th, well, I guarantee there's a ton of teams who would take Green Bay's 18th rank or 30th rank and swap, because they're consistently in the playoffs. They're consistently competing for the NFC North division. Obviously, Minnesota and Detroit kind of separated themselves last year from this thing, but there were other factors to that. But we look at, besides last year, Green Bay's been in it, and they've been very competitive. So,
and I love that you're bringing that perspective as a former player, but the Packer fan
and owner.
You can say whatever you want, but
Brian, I am a shareholder, by the way, so you know.
Do you want him to say thank you, or?
Yeah, I help. But Chelsea guy eating good.
But you better push him the same way you're pushing Goody, because this is a little bit of what Goody would say, or what people around the league would say.
Yes.
No,
Brian
for sure.
Bulaga,
But he's a teammate. You'd also keep it real with him that you're frustrated that the last 15 years You haven't been able to push past, and now you're seeing Goody do things a certain way, and it's not in line with what you would think.
I think the organization has done a great job of,
and there's no doubt they've done a great job building a great business, being successfully sustaining that.
Sustainability. That's what they've been able to do, but at a certain point, you have to get over the hill. You and I both know that it is a shame that Aaron Rodgers only reached one Super Bowl, and you playing on the team, you probably had off seasons where you guys had conversations where you're like, man, we're very close. I just wish we would get that guy, that somebody that's special to help elevate us, right? And so that's just my overall frustration with the Packers is that we had Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers could, if you talk about, they talking about Mount Rushmores right now, Aaron Rodgers will be in conversations to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time on the Mount Rushmore, and it's a shame that the Packers only got to one Super Bowl with him. So now when I look at Jordan Love and I get so upset looking at this draft, listen, we all know, yes, the receiving room, they're good, but nobody so far has elevated to being a great, exceptional wide receiver. If you give Jordan Love a number one wide receiver, that changes his offense, and it could change the trajectory of his career because he has a dude that's going to go out there and get 1,100 yards, get 8 to 10 touchdowns, and be an actual threat that opens up space for other guys as well. And so when I look at the past draft classes, you can't have draft classes where they're completely gone. Completely gone. The first round pick, you know why Brian Bulaga ended up working out? Because he worked his behind off. But Brian, he had potential, and he also had production in college. And so with that, you got to have more Brian Bulaga.
Now we're getting the Kyle that I like.
But no, for real though, you got to have more guys that are legitimate, really good starters in the NFL to be successful. The Packers were able to sustain success and get to those NFC Championship games because there were a lot of Brian Bulagas on that roster. B.J. Raji, a great contributor. Clay Matthews, a great contributor. There were guys that the Packers drafted, and it worked out. And that's why we found so much success. But it's a shame that we never made the next move to ensure that these guys got another Super Bowl chance in going to a Super Bowl.
Are you asking a question or just preaching?
I was just preaching.
I know, that's good preaching.
Maybe I'll form it into a question because I agree. It seems like Brian Gutekunst's philosophy. First round draft pick, we're going to focus on potential, ceiling, maybe not emphasize on-field production as much. That's just what the theme has been. And they've been semi-disappointing. It seems like in later rounds, he focuses on guys that have been productive, and then those guys are then productive in the NFL. So do you think that maybe he should change his strategy a little bit for the first round, focus more on production, less on potential?
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it with Homer the other day, and I always looked at it as the first round pick should be ready to produce like now, right? They should be able to produce now.
Yeah.
And I say this, and Goody said it in his interview, like there is situations where the first round pick isn't able to produce because of the situation he's in. I was a good example of that because I was behind Cliffy and Tausch. I got my opportunity, my first opportunity, because Cliff came out against Buffalo. I went in and played left tackle. I got my next opportunity because Tausch got hurt, and then I went and played right tackle the rest of the year. But if they didn't get hurt, I would have been behind two, stalwart tackles. So, like, there is some situational, what he was talking about first-round picks getting an opportunity. But to the point is, those guys should be ready to go when they get in your building. Like, the quarterback position's a different beast. I always feel like if, especially where Green Bay normally drafts, right? Like, you're not drafting a starter normally at that point. I mean, obviously, Lamar Jackson's kind of the outlier. They didn't draft Aaron to be a starter at that point. They didn't draft Jordan Love to be a starter at that point.
Very true.
So that's an out. The quarterback's a different scenario. That is a little bit of a project at that pick later in the first round. But any other position, I look at it as if you're drafted in the first round, you may get a little bit of time to get your feet under you, but when your number's called, you got to be ready to go. You got to be ready to go. You got to be ready to play. Because that's the expectation for everyone.
Brian Bulaga, are you good for one more segment until 3:15? Then we got Hear Brad out.
I'm good. Yeah.
Wonderful. I mean, it's probably better than getting disrupted by all the crazy Packer fans that probably want a picture with you.
I'm good. I'm good.
I may be one of them crazy.
Yeah, you are one of them crazies. There's no doubt about that. Back in 2 minutes, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Kyle mentioned something about the time that you were playing and not getting over the hump. I want to dive a little deeper. I don't want to get into the specifics. I don't need you to retell the Seattle story. We've been through that enough. I'm not here for that today.
Brian, it hurt me so bad.
The draft is a day of optimism. It is a day of building for the future. So let's stay on that. But I do want to, with Brian here, it'd be stupid not to dive a little deeper into how we could learn from not getting over the hump and what needs to happen moving forward with Jordan Love at the helm here. Kyle Brust and Nortman continues next in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
And Brian Balaga. He's here in studio. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. Don chimes in with a question. This is kind of what I want to lean into a little bit. How is Goody different from Ted Thompson and Ron Wolf? I don't know if you had Ron Wolf experience.
None, yeah.
But I guess when Kyle was reliving his childhood and Rodgers only getting to one Super Bowl, which you were a part of a lot of that career, what do you think that you learned in that time period that you wish the Packers would apply to the now in order to get them over the hump?
Yeah, I mean, it's a funny question because I always and you're gonna hate me for it because like I know what you're looking for and like
he was looking exactly at Kyle for those who are not on YouTube.
Kyle, I know you're not gonna like me for this, but like I always felt in those years that we like the Seattle year or the Atlanta year or the San Francisco year, like all those years that we had really good teams and we made it to NFC Championship games. I always felt like our team was good enough and we had the guys to do it. And like I never felt we were like, oh man, we were a player short, or we were, if we had a better tight end, or if we had a better DB, or if we had another pass rusher, like we had Clay Matthews and Julius Peppers. Like, we don't need another pass rushers. We don't need that. Or like our DBs were like Tremont and Sam. They were really good. Like, stacked. So the team was always really good. Like I felt like we had a very good team, and like obviously the quarterback was the quarterback. Like you always felt like you had a chance with Aaron. So like I always felt like the team was there to win. I think the thing you look at to get over the hump, you could add a piece. You can add another veteran piece to maybe, supply some leadership in certain areas of their team where you may be a little bit younger. But overall, like, I always put it back on the players. Like, it has to be a player-driven team to get you over that hump. And we really were a player-driven team. We took a lot of onus, especially us offensively. Defensively, they did too. But, I mean, Aaron and the veteran guys up front, I mean, those guys took on a lot of responsibility. TJ and Josh, they did a bunch of stuff. But, like, we just didn't play well enough in the tiny moments of big games to get us over that hump. So, like, to say we needed to add a guy or we should have drafted this guy or that guy, like, it's hard for me to say that because you look at those teams and you can go through each position, right? Like, we could look at that roster, those starting 11, each side of the ball, and we could go, okay, could you upgrade that? Yeah, you could, but with who? What rookie would you have drafted or what free agent from that class? And would it have been worth it? Probably not. And, like, that's kind of where I don't know what gets you over the hump.
But most importantly, do you believe that the team that there's currently constructed, you can look at them and point to the team and say the team has enough?
I think the team right now has a lot of good football players. And I think that what holds a lot of people up, and even holds me up right now, is it's just the consistency of the quarterback play, right? Like, and I like Jordan Love a lot. I think he's really good. It's just seeing the consistent from start to finish, right? Like, because that's the difference of what everyone saw from the teams of Aaron and Brett was that exact same quarterback play week in and week out, and you could add the smallest piece or add nobody to a team year in and year out, but they knew we have this guy at quarterback. We know we could win almost every game. That's the constant, and that's what it is.
And when I was doing like radio or our shows on YouTube or wherever, when Rodgers was the quarterback, we didn't spend a lick of time talking about the wide receiver position or like going in depth of the defensive line. It was like, hey, we know, like, hey, hopefully they upgrade, but you got a chance because 12 is under center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like, to me, it's just waiting for Jordan to make that step. Once he makes that step of showing, and I'm not saying playing like Aaron Rodgers, because, like, that's unfair. I don't think that's fair. I want Jordan Love to be the best version of Jordan Love, but it's just showing that consistent performance from start to finish. And once he does that, then to me, it's like, okay, that piece is in place. And once that piece is in place, man, like, you don't have to be adding $80 million free agents here and there. Like, you have the key performer at the most important position doing what he needs to do all the time. Now you just make little tweaks here and there to help him. And to me, that's the most important piece, is once he gets going, the rest kind of falls into place.
Ryan, as you reflect on those teams that you were on that were outstanding, including the Super Bowl team, it sounded like there was a good variety of young players, middle age, old, fill in gaps, things like that. And Goody is obviously known for going very young. Youngest team in the NFL, 2023, 2024. We did a quick calculation yesterday. In 23 and 24, they had an average age of somewhere in the 25.
25, low 25.
25.1. The current roster of the guys that are on there, not including the draft picks, is like 24.8. They're even younger. I just wonder, I can see the visual, I can see like the idea of like, look, we're going to go young and we're all going to grow together and then it's going to mash and then we're going to be no longer the youngest team. But there's this like perpetual youngest team theme that I'm starting to see. Do you think that will get in the way of being able to win a Super Bowl? Or do you think a 25-year-old team has enough maturity to be able to win a Super Bowl? You know what it's like.
And we did look it up just for reference. The last 25-ish average age, the youngest team in the NFL to win a Super Bowl was the 2014 New England Patriots. And obviously they have one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Yes. So the youngest team kind of shtick is going to get old after a while, right? Because like eventually they're going to have to grow up. right? Eventually, they're going to be out of their young phase, right? No matter what their age is, their playing years are going to be out of the young phase, and they're getting into year 3 and 4 right now. To me, at least the guys that are getting a bunch of these snaps, right? The receivers, the quarterback, the running. Obviously, the running back is a stud, so I could care less what year he's in. But the tight ends, like, they're getting into year 3. Like, they're not like young guys anymore. They're starting to become like vets. Like, you get into year 3 and year 4, you're starting to become veteran type players. You're no longer like considered a young guy and things like that. Like, you're expected to play like an older player, and like the young guy thing doesn't carry anymore. Like, you're expected to not make these mistakes anymore, and you got to play like you've done this before. So, I've said this, and maybe it's just me because I've played on those teams, like you said, with a good mix of guys, young, like middle, and then older guys. Like, I played with Julius, I played with Wood, with Nick Collins and guys. Like, I played with and Al Harris. Like, I played with a really good mix of guys. Like,
these guys were such studs.
I know.
These are great
like,
teams.
Like, didn't call him Wood is also cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I played with great players. So, like, I always think there's value in bringing in veteran players because I think they add something to a team that isn't there when you just have a bunch of guys. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being a young team, but if you don't have guys that have been there, done that, and have been through these really hard times, like pushing through in the playoffs or being down in the playoffs, like being down 2 scores in a playoff game, guys don't know what that feels like. And
have no one to lean on.
Yes, that's tough.
We're watching the Bears versus Washington game from this year during that debacle for the Bears, and they brought in some experienced guys like a Bobby Wagner who's been part of those moments before, and I'm sure his experience helped that team and helped that defense with leadership.
100%. And like, I'm not saying bring in 10 guys over 35.
Of course not.
I'm certainly not saying that. Like, I think having a youthful team is a great thing, and I think Goody's doing about it the right way. I just think there's value in having a couple guys scattered throughout your roster. And, like, obviously they do. They have Kenny. Kenny's a veteran player.
I talked about Brandon McManus yesterday. I mean, I know he's a kicker, but you see how he solidified. I'm sorry, specialist.
Yeah.
He solidified that position.
He sure did.
I mean, just, that experience, but also, somebody who's been there before, who makes big kicks.
I know. I think that was a fantastic re-sign, by the way. I mean, that was
totally
underrated re-sign.
The heart racing every time there was an extra point was starting to get old.
Yes, it was getting old. I mean, so, like, that's a great re-sign. But, like, just scattered throughout the roster, having guys that are in that 28 to 32 range doesn't hurt. So that's all I'm saying. Like, but he's going about it his way. Goody is, and that's the way it is.
Brad, how good is your Hear Brad out?
It's good.
Then he can't leave.
Stick around, Brian.
All right.
Hear Brad out.
Then kidnap my mans.
Well, I mean, I think he's on.
I'll be doing most of the talking.
I think you're going on Wisconsin's afternoon news around 3:35, 3:45.
Yeah, and I'm with Homer tonight if he allows me.
Oh, he'll allow you.
He'll definitely allow that.
He'll allow you.
Football.
Yeah.
Doctor of Football with Homer at 5 o'clock. Brian Balaga gets to enjoy what Rob Domofsky. This was Rob Domofsky's favorite thing. He would do Hear Brad out at 3:15. Rob would join us at 3:30 during football, and he'd have to give a thumbs up or thumbs down to Hear Brad out. You get the ultimate thumbs up or thumbs down to Hear Brad out. Brian Balaga, one more time with us on Kyle Brust and Nortman next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
DKB, they get all my love, all my energy, and all my time. I'll be danged if GKB and Craig not going to allow me to take my half an hour boo-boo. If I need to do that, they need to allow me to do that.
That's your whole lunch break.
I don't even take a lunch break. I work during lunch.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got delays because of an accident on the ramp from northbound 43, the Rock Freeway, to northbound 894 in the Hale interchange. You'll look for some possible lane closures, too. Otherwise, northbound 43 backing up out of the Marquette all the way up to Keefe. Southbound's a little bit tight right through the Marquette interchange. Westbound 94, we've got delays from about 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Also, eastbound 94 is a little bit tight right past 70th Street to Hawley Road. Northbound 41's our big delays, though, from about Watertown Plank Road pretty much all the way up past Capitol Drive. Southbound is backed up from just south of Main Street all the way down to Appleton Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy, isolated showers with a low of 47. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, slight chance for showers, a high of 55 at the lake, 65 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I think that's right in the range that Emeka Egbuka would be there. I think it's possible that Ted McMillan could be there.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
We're speculating. It shouldn't be that hard. Like, either you want to play for the Steelers or you don't, right? Like, what are we waiting for?
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Brothers Milwaukee, Champs Americana Brookfield, Double D's Hales Corners, Ray and Dot's Greendale, and Who's on Third Milwaukee. That's Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Bev Anderson has a big idea she wants to share.
Bev has been here for 24 years.
Hi, Bev. We're anxious to hear your idea.
Kessler's is 45 years old this year. Monica, remember when your dad used to say in every radio ad, "I'm Richard Kessler, and I want to be your jeweler"?
I never got to hear that.
Yeah, and then Rick would say,
Kessler's Diamonds, inconveniently located on Appleton Avenue in Menominee Falls.
Inconveniently?
Richard said it was inconvenient for people to have to drive all the way to Menominee Falls, so he might as well admit it.
Bev, tell us your idea.
Richard said something else in almost every ad, and I think we should start saying it again because it's really important.
Tell us.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
I love that.
Fantastic idea, Bev.
Kessler's Diamonds.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
A Blaine's Farm and Fleet original story.
Sarah, how are you going to do a raised vegetable garden on this tiny condo balcony?
Grab that Craftsman drill and let's hang that trellis on the ceiling.
We've got the value you need to do things your way. Like all pairs of Skechers, buy one, get one half price. $10 off women's Levi's Red Tab shorts, $39.99. And new Striker fishing apparel, 20% off.
Upside down tomatoes, here we come.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
But I'm thinking it's time for a change. Get out of your lane. The more that you stay.
This segment is almost got Brad suspended a week from doing this segment.
Oh, no, you're about to embarrass us, Brad.
No, I'm not. This is a great one. This is a great Hear Brad Out, and I'm so thankful we have an additional audience member in Brian Balaga to give me a grade, an A+ grade.
Well, I always give the phone line before he goes because then they can come hot and heavy with their opinions. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. With Brian Balaga in with Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, it's time to Hear Brad Out.
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad out.
All right, guys.
Well, how have you been? I'm a little heavy on this idea as
You're
well.
excited, I can tell.
I'm excited. I feel good about this
You never jump
idea.
in that quick.
No, I feel good about this idea. Guys, the NFL Draft is incredibly entertaining, is it not? One of the biggest weeks and weekends of the NFL calendar. But the NFL should thank me because I got a couple ideas to make it even more entertaining. One is like kind of bottom shelf, easy to do, but one of them is going to blow you away. First change, the easy one. The war rooms that everyone's in, we got to have those mic'd up, and we got to have those looked in on live. I want those live conversations to occur to where that we can enjoy those conversations, to know that, who knows what they're saying behind closed doors. All we get is visuals.
I don't want that short arms Balaga. Let's pass on him.
I want those mic'd up. That'd be pure entertainment. But this is the headline.
Secrets.
This is the headline of Hear Brad Out. This would also be recorded live and allowed for the viewer to be able to explore what's going on. I call it the trade room. Here's what's going to happen. No longer would executives, GMs, scouts be able to be in their own war room. Going forward, you have to come to the draft. All 32 teams come to the draft. Like old times. Remember we see like in the 80s and 90s, they're there picking up the telephone and the helmet and they're making the call. I want everyone to come to the draft. They all get their own war room. All the war rooms are connected to like what I call the trade room, okay? Because we hear all these conversations about GMs fielding calls from other GMs. Hey, I want to move up. Hey, what do you think about that? I want in on those negotiations, but I want in on them in person. So here's what I envision. Let's envision the Green Bay Packer war room, right? Everyone's here. They're talking. Everybody's war room has a red light, the trade light. If that goes on, they know that somebody wants to trade that pick. Now, they don't know who it is. And Green Bay can either accept it or they can decline it. If they decline it, they say, no, we don't want to do it. But they don't know who called. If they accept it, Brian Gutekunst meets unknown other GM who proposed the trade. And they have 2 minutes to hash out a trade. Live, in person, and we all get to witness it. And if they agree on it, cool. If they don't, they go back.
Now, are you trying to make a Netflix special?
Yeah, I mean, Kyle, you're going to love this. This is like Love is Blind type of stuff.
You got me with the drama. I like that.
Now, there's a way that you can tell all the rest of the teams that somebody is looking to move up.
A green light?
Potentially a green light. I haven't figured out the exact right way to do this. But if that's the case, then it becomes auction style, boys. That not only one team is in there, but if multiple teams are vying for it, they are all with there. So maybe it's Brian Gutekunst in there, and he's fielding from whoever else. Maybe it's the Chiefs who are behind them. Maybe the Eagles are behind them, and they can compete to figure out who is going to trade with the Green Bay Packers. But they have 3 minutes to do that. It's all in person. It's all live. I want these GMs no longer behind the curtain. I want them out in public. I want to see how this goes down, and the trade room is the ultimate way to do that. Live, mic'd up war rooms, and the trade room, the ultimate boiling point of drama all throughout the draft. What do you guys say?
It sounds awesome, but how are they going to agree to giving away secrets?
You want to mic up? What do you mean entertainment? You want to find out what they're doing so people can pre-plan?
I want in on the conversations because when they say I'm passing on Brad Nortman because he stinks, I want to know that. The world should know that.
You get to know stuff after the fact.
No, you don't. We don't know these conversations.
We do not know the potential trade offers and what they turned down. That would be interesting to know what Green Bay was offered and what they turned down and who they ended up picking by not taking the trade.
Imagine being a Green Bay fan and then all of a sudden there's a trade. Let's say it's a trade with the Falcons at 15. You go, oh, interesting. I wonder who's there. And then, boom, Goody walks in the room. And you're a Packer fan. You're thinking, oh, boy, Goody gave up that third-round draft pick.
So don't other people see it, too? So if I see somebody in there and I hear him say, oh, you're going to give me that deal? Hit the button, hit the button, hit the button.
Yeah, exactly. And then maybe it's the, who's around them? Maybe it's the Commanders who walk in.
I would actually say you should black out the trade room once the GMs are in the trade room. So all the other GMs can't be a part of those conversations.
Ooh, is the audience in on it, though?
Of course, I want to be in on it.
So it blocks out for the other GMs. I think it's a brilliant idea. I think it'd be so much drama and so much fun.
Now, the trade auction is fascinating. Because you get in there, you get in the room where it says, all right, here's the 23rd pick. Here's the first round, second round. Oh, two first round. So that would be very interesting.
Could you imagine these GMs actually negotiating live that we can see it? Not these measly phone calls, but actually face-to-face like men? That'd be awesome.
I mean, Brad, this idea is imaginary, but
But good.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I
But
mean,
good.
it has
You can say it.
No, I mean, it's interesting. You take away some of the secrecy of the draft board and people not wanting things to get out and get leaked out. And
Lasagna and MKE chimes in. I think the pandemic affected Brad worse than he believes. Reality TV has warped his brain. Hear Brad Out is now the NFL draft version of Storage Wars.
Oh, my gosh.
Brian, what do you think? For a Hear Brad Out rookie.
So, let me just say this. I thought you were onto something with putting mics in the war rooms to start. I was like, you know what? They should do that. It should be live in the war room. I should hear everything that every GM is saying and what they're talking about as the scouts in the war room. And then you kind of turn.
He always goes too far.
Yeah, and then it kind of went to something totally. And I'm imagining this in my head.
To Hear Brad Out.
And I'm imagining this big circle and all these different hallways that just lead to this curtain.
I don't know if anyone's seen Severance.
I'm like,
I'm thinking of these hallways and they're just running into each other. And
I'm just imagining how this is and
32 rooms and then there's one circular room with 32 doors leading to the room.
That's what I'm thinking.
It would be unbelievably fun.
What a special building you have to make.
That's generous. That's generally the premise. It usually starts with a good premise. Hear Brad Out. I just get so lost in it. I think this is brilliant, though. Who doesn't want the trade room?
No, I mean the trade auction is great. I would love to hear the conversations, but I mean, who's gonna really go for that? Now on the clock,
I mean, ask the Giants how great that went in Hard Knocks when they decided that Saquon wasn't worth it.
But that was entertainment.
Yeah, I do agree. No, if they were to mic them up and you were on the clock and you get to hear the conversations, now at that point, now you're just discussing who do we want to draft. Maybe you block out the draft board and you just discuss the guys that you're interested in at that point, because you ain't got to worry about somebody trying to trade ahead of you.
Because it wouldn't be as fun though when we saw Jordan Love's name come through the draft. If we knew what was coming.
No, it would still be fun if you went in there and you hear the conversation. All right, man, this is it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna pull the trigger here. Love. Love?
Who's Love?
Love. And then, so, I mean, there is some intrigue with that, getting a live look in when they have it. But I'll be so mad if my Packers are talking about, we're going to draft Ted McMillan here, and it's, number 21 pick. All right, let's see what this team does. We're going to draft Ted. And then all of a sudden, some team trades up ahead of them. You go get Ted.
Josh from Heartland chimes in. This sounds like the New York Stock Exchange meets the Texas de Brazils, the Brazilian steakhouses. Red for your meat.
So what do you think? Is a thumbs?
What do you mean? What do you think? It's entertaining. It's not going to work.
Oh, come on! The NFL has pulled off bigger operations.
I'm thumbs down. I'm not living in an imaginary world right now. It's NFL draft time.
Yeah, we're one day away. If you would have done this next week, I'd be like, oh, this sounds great. But now I'm like,
what? That'd be after the excitement of the draft. Imagine trade.
Go ahead, give your first thumbs down.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, Brian. Now, don't go easy on me, but
no, I'm
looking for a win.
I told you, I loved the initial start. The end, you lost me. You lost.
The GMs are lost on the way to the trade room too.
Yeah, you
make it easily accessible.
So I gotta give this one a down because you lost me at the end of it. All right. If you would have stayed with the mics and really went maybe into more detail with that, I would have gave you a thumbs up. But
took it too far, boys.
Yeah, 0 for 3 here today, Bradley. You're just like Ben in his Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Yeah. Best bets. I'm all right. Yeah. Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Not so much.
Who was on a colder streak? Me with Hear Brad Out, or Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
I guess Ben's on.
Kyle's on the coldest streak. He's 0 for his last 8.
This is the only one that hurt him
against the spread.
Financially, you guys are okay. You guys just dumb.
We're just
it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm dumb in my pocketbooks and lost a lot of money here.
One person who I've seen on Project Pitch It locally that maybe you can sell this idea to is someone who sells beautiful windows and doors to all of us across ESPN Wisconsin.
Oh, that's right. And then we are, of course, talking about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and Gina Della from Pella. You always will get service and a quality product with a smile. Ben knows all about that.
I do. I just got my hidden screens put in because now I can actually Brian said he got off the plane, it was 60. I can open up the windows today, and my hidden screens, pull it up, voop, the screen's there, push my window down, voop, the screen's gone, and the beautiful windows, the exteriors, there's no screen now. This is new innovation. It's Pella who's been doing it for over 100 years. And like I've been saying, I either play with my daughter's toys or the windows in my home right now. In fact, make Pella your number one pick because you can take advantage of no interest financing options or free glass upgrades. They are the absolute best. Make Pella your number one pick this April. Certain restrictions apply as always, but get your free in-home consultation. Gina's the best. 855-PELLA-WI or PellaWI.com. Brian, I could do this probably for 10 hours with you if you would grace me with your time, because I love getting the insights from you being someone who played with Aaron Rodgers, you being someone who was on the team in 2019 when they made the NFC Championship game, to now giving all your insight on ESPN Wisconsin. We appreciate the time.
I appreciate you having me. It's always fun being in studio.
All right, get practicing on that grilling tomorrow for your challenge with Mark Tauscher and Tucker Kraft. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman continues next. Don't go anywhere.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
When I'm, again, doing the Pack Arena, and as a shareholder, when I'm sizing up my ring,
right now.
1 pack of 2, pack of 3, pack of arena.
Hey! On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got delays because of an accident on the ramp from northbound 43, the Rock Freeway, to northbound 894 in the Hale interchange. You'll look for some possible lane closures, too. Otherwise, northbound 43 backing up out of the Marquette all the way up to Keefe. Southbound's a little bit tight right through the Marquette interchange. Westbound 94, we've got delays from about 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Also, eastbound 94 is a little bit tight right past 70th Street to Hawley Road. Northbound 41's our big delays, though, from about Watertown Plank Road pretty much all the way up past Capitol Drive. Southbound is backed up from just south of Main Street all the way down to Appleton Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy, isolated showers with a low of 47. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, slight chance for showers, a high of 55 at the lake, 65 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. Pay no interest until 2030, plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
The I-94 rivalry is more than just bragging rights. Get to the ballpark for Brewers-Cubs action May 2nd through the 4th and spend Friday and Saturday night under the lights and help the Crew defend American Family Field and the National League Central Crown.
That's your ball game!
Then pack the park for Sunday matinee baseball at the May 4th series finale and take advantage of the Sunday Fun Day bundle. Get your tickets now at Brewers.com.
Turn up the volume and turn up the flavor with Tequila Mi Campo. Tequila made for those who choose to live louder. Just like a draft day pick in Green Bay, Mi Campo is the bold choice that brings excitement and anticipation to every moment. Mi Campo is crafted for utterly in-your-face flavor, made with 100% Blue Weber agave, aged in wine barrels for incredibly smooth taste. Ready for however you like to turn it up. Mi Campo. Live louder. Please enjoy responsibly. 2025, imported by Mi Campo Spirits, Canandaigua, New York. Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume.
Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team at Holtebeck Eye Center make vision care a top priority. They are your premium provider for eye care and corrective eye surgeries. Dr. Holtebeck has been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years. Dr. Nausheen Abbas joined the Holtebeck Eye Center team last September, and her practice philosophy is to provide patient-centered medicine by giving all options. Located in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holtebeck.com.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources today. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org. Paid for by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
It's a Weed Man Wednesday on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. Weed Man for the win.
I fell for the devil's daughter. I jumped in, yeah, I drank the water. Tell me, doctor, can you fix my brain? 'Cause everyone says
It is a Weed Man Wednesday here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, part-time Will running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. Getting closer and closer to 7 o'clock tomorrow when the NFL Draft officially starts.
Man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. And we're going to be live from Lambeau, live from Green Bay. Dreams do come true. Maybe I was never going to hear my name called to walk across the stage, but boy, oh boy.
We mean maybe.
I will never hear my name called to walk across the stage, but I get to be there and watch and talk about it with you, KBN Nation.
All right, Dirty D on the Carbless talking text line. I'm going to let Kyle and Brad handle this one because they're the basketball geniuses here. You got a question about the Bucks?
No. Actually, Ben, the first question was for you.
Oh, wow.
I got 3 questions for you guys. The first question is for Ben because you played basketball. Okay. I had a knot in my stomach from start to finish last night through the Bucks game. Oh, my God. It was horrible. It's supposed to be an enjoyable thing, and it wasn't. How is it? Did you watch the game, Ben?
I did.
Okay, then you'll probably know what I'm talking about. Those corner threes with the Pacers where Neesmith was in the corner and he was wide open. Nobody, our defense was not. Is there a purpose in that? Is our team, are they afraid to get fouled or what? Because the dude was wide open and there was nobody blocking him.
Diana, unfortunately, from a timing standpoint, give me your one other question quickly, and we'll answer them as best as possible.
Okay, and the second one. Wait a minute. Well, actually, forget it. Just the second one. I don't know if you guys heard Homer this morning on Wilby and South, but he's going down to Pato and betting on the Bucks to win the series. Yeah, does he know something, or do you know something? I don't know.
That's just Homer.
Hey, that's called being old and senile. We all gonna be there one day. That's what that is.
The odds are much better for the Bucks to win the series than what Kyle and Brad got. They bet $20 to win like 34.
Homer also has a
that
free
was
$20
plus 160.
Yeah, he does.
And I think now it's plus 375 with the Bucks being favored in the game 3 back home. So
Brad, all of a week ago, was so ready to give up $28.
The promise of big riches. 20 to win 3,000.
Might as well burn the 20.
Yeah.
So to answer a question about open corner threes, the Bucks have no continuity. They don't know how to play together. They're mixing and matching lineups. They're trying to figure out what teams shouldn't be figuring out this late in the season. The playoffs, part of that is due to the fact that they traded Chris Middleton at the trade deadline, right? Moving some pieces in. They're disconnected. They're just, unfortunately, they're not a very good team. Homer thinks that they can rebound from this. I don't know if they have the horses, even if the old adage that is the series starts when the first team, when the team wins a road game. I don't even think if the Bucks win one against the Pacers that they can do this in 7 games. And it pains me because I love Giannis, but there's a reason why when Kyle and Brad gave me $20 to put in the machine at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, that I did not jump on board with them because I couldn't put my stamp on this team. They're not very good.
Yeah, you should have protected us, Ben, but that's a different story altogether. But when you look at it, I still have a shred of hope just because they do have the greatest player on planet Earth in Giannis. But you just look at this and this is a great example of one team, if you can even call them a team, that they look just disjointed. They don't play together. And the game of basketball is played at its greatest when 5 guys are working together. They don't have that.
They don't have the defined roles. Like,
yes.
As much as you may hate the Pacers and their players, they have defined roles.
All they got literally. She just talked about Neesmith, Nimhard, Pascal Siakam, TJ McCollum. They have everybody that can do this. Dribble, pull up, shoot. Everybody get the ball, dribble, shoot.
But they're moving the ball, getting fluid offense.
It's getting them in shot.
It's getting them in rhythm.
It's team basketball.
It's what they've been doing all year. And
Kyle Kuzma was afraid to take a dang layup. And these cats is dribble, shoot. Pass, catch, shoot. That's all it is. Everybody on the team's a shooter.
So Kyle's draft wish list: go up and get your guy. Draft for production over potential. And now it's dribble, pass, shoot today. The simplification of sports with Kyle Wallace on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Kevin Porter Jr. on this team. You know why? Because KPJ, he has something called confidence. He get in there, he plays with confidence. He's the only person, literally, outside of Dame and Giannis, he's the only person on this roster, maybe Brooke too, he'll chuck it up. He's the only person that has confidence every single day. I'm telling you this right now. He thinks he's better than what he is. He really does.
What I want to end the ESPN Wisconsin hour with is this whole day one pick, the contribution that's needed from the day one pick. Brian didn't dance around it, and I know Kyle's not dancing around it. Does this first-round draft pick, if they do draft in the first round, need to make an immediate impact for the 2025 Packers? Kyle, you should be very validated. Whatever you say, as long as it's not crazy, will be validated by the fact that Brian Balaga was sitting here and says the expectation is that somebody drafted in the first round should be able to compete and play right away. So, Kyle,
gosh, what a thought.
Maybe your thought isn't crazy. Just don't take it too far. Coming up next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a seam head now. You can call me whatever you want.
Oh, seam head.
I don't even know what that is.
That means I'm a baseball dork. All I do is sit and watch MLB big inning at night.
Seam head. I've never heard that before.
That's because you're not a seam head.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Men's wedding bands made from whiskey barrels and meteorites.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I've got to tell you about my go-to car wash, Tsunami Express. Get your ride looking its best and ride the wave at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for that perfect shine. Sign up for a monthly membership and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 a day. Skip the wait with the fast lane and take advantage of great perks. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant, Tsunami Express has you covered. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Visit TsunamiExpress.com to learn more.
At minus 196, we start with whole lemons, nothing wasted. Each one is flash frozen in liquid nitrogen to a jaw-dropping negative 196 degrees Celsius, locking in the freshest flavor. Then we crush it, not just juice, the entire fruit, turned into fine particles and infused into premium vodka. The result? A crystal clear, bold lemon flavor like nothing you've tasted. Minus 196. Freeze, crush, infuse. The ultimate refreshment. Available now. Please drink responsibly.
Kevin Morat, Mentality founder here with a wake-up call. You're running on fumes, gentlemen. Just 1/3 of the free testosterone you need. That's why you're drained, defeated, and disgusted with your progress. But here's the truth. Mentality doctors specialize in epic comebacks. Our clients show an increase of 30% testosterone levels within the first month. We don't just treat men, we reignite lives. Just imagine the focus, energy, and drive being restored. Your comeback starts now. Don't wait. Make this your best year yet. Start today at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Beat the tariffs. This month at Cunis. Get your tariff-free car, truck, or SUV before they're gone. All current in-stock new vehicles are not affected. Plus, take advantage of employee pricing and huge manufacturer discounts on select brands and models. Shop from over 2,800 cars, trucks, and SUVs group-wide from 18 new vehicle brands. Our loan experts will work to get you our best interest rate possible. And our Fresh Start financing program can help you get approved regardless of your credit. Plus, you're covered by our lifetime no-fear powertrain warranty, included with qualified new and pre-owned vehicle purchases. Visit your local Cunis dealership today for your tariff-free vehicle while they last. But don't wait, because once they're gone, they're gone. With over 30 locations across the Midwest, there's sure to be a Cunis location near you. Start your search online at shopcunis.com. That's shopkunes.com.
Are you dreaming about summer in your backyard yet? Landworks handles projects of all sizes. From a cozy pocket patio lush with greenery to a grand outdoor hosting space and everything in between. Locally owned and operated, Landworks prides themselves on exceptional customer service and a personal approach to all of your landscaping needs. The Landworks team of experts will work closely with you, making your property shine all year. Experience the Landworks difference. Visit landworkswisconsin.com. That's landworkswisconsin.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Don't you love it? Don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm way less sad.
Check out the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow. You can have a strong body, a strong mind, and help create a strong community. Open 24/7. Free childcare with the membership, and they provide everything you need in those clubs in Madison or the New Berlin area for you to find your better tomorrow. No goal is too small. All you have to do is take that tour and get started today on your fitness journey, and you will be happy you joined and found a place that you can continue to go back. And just like when you walk in, you feel the environment. You're like, oh, I'm going to get better today. That's what I feel when I walk in the Prince Club, and you will feel that too. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you till 5 o'clock. Kyle Wallace.
Yes, sir.
Kyle's feeling himself.
Why am I
draft week?
I look just good though. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I've been suited and booted and fitted with all my Packer stuff this week. I came to play this week, did I not? Come on now. Go to YouTube. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. ESPN Madison on YouTube. Come on now. I don't look clean. So fresh and so clean. Outcast out.
I will say
the hat does go well. The Weed Man hat.
The Weed Man hat is green and gold.
Yeah, you did.
I know. I legitimately knew I had other. I said I'm gonna wear
You
this.
do own the most. I don't know what the right word is, but
Swaggy.
Obscure Packer gear. Like it's not just a traditional hoodie with the G. You always wear something that's just different. Like I wouldn't even know where to find something like that. It's just. It says World Champions Green Bay Packers on the back. On one sleeve, it's the NFC logo. On the other one, it's an old school Green Bay Packer logo.
Your boy.
A G and B I've never seen put together. Multicolor. I mean, it's so Kyle Wallace.
What can I say, man?
Go to YouTube on ESPN Milwaukee or ESPN Madison.
Will you be feeling yourself if somebody is a project instead of a production?
Yeah. So that's a problem. See, I'm past that. I'm absolutely past that because right now what we need to understand is that when you make a pick on day one, you need to expect day one production. That is something that I need people to understand. So I don't want to hear anybody talk about the fact of Goody talking about, we can wait for that. We can, he can have time. No, absolutely not. When you look at this roster, you don't have the luxury to wait for your day one pick to show up year 3. We need the day one pick to show up day one for this Green Bay Packers roster because we have too many many places that need to be upgraded. We have holes on this football team. The defensive line needs some reinforcements. The receiving room needs some reinforcements as well. The cornerback room, they need some reinforcements. You are putting this Packers team, organization in the season at a disadvantage if you sit here and you draft somebody that you're going to say, well, we'll see how he is a year or two from now. No, the Green Bay Packers and Goody bumps whatever he said before. Goody, you need to be drafting to find yourself a day one starter on day one. I said it. Brian Bulaga believes it. He's a smart man. He's a very smart man.
He's a very smart man, that Brian Bulaga.
Yeah, day
Big
one.
brain.
Day one, Goody needs to make sure on day one he finds him a day one player. First round pick needs to be impacting this roster come next September. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Jonah chimes in on the Carbless Talk and Text line. We all know this isn't going to happen, but I guess we're still in the we can wish and dream phase. Curious as to what you guys think. What if Goody were to move heaven and earth to move up to number 2 and draft Travis Hunter?
I'll be in heaven.
I'd be celebrating.
You would be in heaven. No.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't real. It's a dream. The Lord said, go ahead and make this reality. Whatever you want up here in heaven, Kyle. You hear it.
You made it. You made it. It's white lights everywhere.
Yeah, white light. What's going on here? We go, Goody. Wait a minute. What happened?
Would you sacrifice yourself to go to heaven to have Travis Hunter be a Green Bay Packer?
Listen, I love my Green Bay Packers, but I also love life.
You wouldn't be able to enjoy it. You wouldn't be able to enjoy the Green Bay Packers.
I'd rather be angry and upset and have KBN Nation not have the opportunity to hear me every single weekday from 2 to 5.
Why you start laughing when you said that?
I'm staying alive for KBN, baby.
What would we do without you, Kyle?
Exactly.
Well, and you're totally right.
Less of a headache.
There's really
it's Tylenol for that. It's okay.
There is no excuse for your first-round draft pick not to be a contributor. There's just no excuse. You're getting a top 23 guy in the whole draft, and you have the ability to sit back and let guys come to you at whatever position it is. There's enough positions of need where even if there's a run on receivers or there's a run on cornerbacks, there is going to be someone in the wide receiver, D end or D tackle and cornerback position that will fall to you that is capable of playing. The question is, do you choose him? Because even last year, we'll see what Jordan Morgan ends up being, but And Goody took care of the safety position later in the draft, but there was a guy who was capable right there, Cooper DeJean, that was able to be taken. Passed on him, who went to the Eagles.
The Packers would have been in a better position taking Cooper DeJean and then Edgerrin Cooper in the second round than taking Jordan Morgan.
That's true. They would have. Third-round draft pick somewhere else.
And then you're not talking about Jair, a cornerback right now.
You're absolutely right.
100% correct. I understand.
So there's just no excuse. This is a first.
But then you would have the offensive line.
What do you mean the offensive line? What? It might be a need for this year, but sure.
Well, I was just saying, then you'd have to come to grips that it'd be okay if they didn't draft Jordan Morgan to get an offensive lineman this year.
I'm not mad about an offensive lineman because of the fact that we're drafting them this year. It's the fact that we already drafted one last year.
I know. So stop getting mad. I'm with you. I'm saying if they drafted Cooper DeJean, you would have to come to grips that it's okay this year.
You know what I'm nervous about? Because to your point, Brad, there's going to be guys that fall that could make an immediate impact like that. There's no doubt.
For sure. They will be there at 23.
I feel like Emeka Egbuka, who he may not be the flashiest guy, but he was extremely productive in college. And I remember Jackson Smith and Jigba, the Green Bay Packers passed on him as well. And I just feel like we're going to get a guy, we're going to have a chance to draft somebody. Again, he's not Tet, he's not Matthew Golden, he's not as explosive in that sense where, oh my gosh, but the dude racked up a bunch of yards, consistency, like, he's a good player. He's a plug-and-play guy that can be a number one wide receiver. He would probably be the best wide receiver on the Packers next year.
I would bet he would lead the team in receiving.
But they probably will pass on him. And that's what I'm preparing myself for, us passing on someone who could make an impact this year, for Goody to draft somebody who could make an impact 2 years from now.
Well, that's what's strange. I was getting at with Brian Bulaga. It seems like to me, if you were a GM, you would want a first-round draft pick that could come and contribute right now, and then later in the draft pick, take some flyers on guys, because the commitment is much lower. So
the inverse right now. They're finding the production later, and they're going for potential early.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense if I was building a team. Now, I'm not a GM. I'm not Goody, and he has the job, and I don't. So that's all you need to know, KBN Nation.
Nepotism. He got in early.
How is that nepotism?
Did he?
He started as an intern in 97.
Yeah, I'm sure his daddy knew somebody.
Papa Gutekunst?
I'm sure his daddy knew somebody. It's like Ed policy sound like nepotism too. But let me not take shots.
Well, I was just going to say, why are you taking shots at the future?
Ed Policy's hanging out there just getting shots. Watching
His daddy was high up.
He also was part.
He worked hard. Yeah, he worked hard. Yeah.
But give him some fun. You need to be all positive right now.
Oh, I am positive
until they give you a reason not to.
I just saw the draft stage and Adam Schefter on TV. Oh, I just started smiling. That's not my city, but that's my state. That's my Packers. The world will be watching tomorrow.
Jim, Matt, and Molly and Madison, Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam. We're with you until 5 o'clock, leading into the Homer Hour, a Wednesday special of Homer and Brian Balaga in person at 5 o'clock. Don't go anywhere. In 2 minutes, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Go to the record.
We've got backups on southbound 43, basically coming in from before Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. You're back on the brakes from Lincoln down towards the KK River. Northbound is backing up over the high-rise bridge through the Marquette up to the Keefe. Westbound 94 delays now from 25th Street all the way through to Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side's got some backups from 84th Street to Holly Road and then again through the Stadium interchange. On southbound 41, backing up from 145 down past Appleton Avenue to Silver Spring. Northbound's pretty much solid all the way up from Wisconsin Avenue to Silver Spring. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, isolated showers possible, low of 47. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a slight chance for showers, a high of 55 at the lake, 65 inland. Weather's brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Hey friends, celebrate draft week with the first round flavor of El Bandito Yankee, the official tequila of game day. Break out the Bandito Thursday pre-draft tailgate at 880 Stadium Drive and then head to Black Saddle at 7 p.m. for the first round watch party. Friday, the criminally smooth picks keep rolling with drink specials at Cock and Bull and Prohibition Spirits Cigar Lounge for rounds 2 and 3. Stock up for all your draft days with the award-winning all-natural Blanco, Reposado, and Añejo. Break out the Bandito today at your local Hy-Vee and Woodman's locations. Learn more at elbanditoyankee.com.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We making noise.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN. You know how to crank that wheel?
He doesn't know any dance moves, I can tell by looking at him.
I know what it is, but I'm not doing it.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Almost 24 hours removed from a Game 2 loss to the Indiana Pacers.
You bringing up that stuff like that, man?
Just right into it.
Well, I'm also
not even massaging it in. Just right into it.
What do you want me to say?
The Bucks.
I don't know. Just
the Pacers took care of business of home court the first 2 games, and now it's up to the Bucks to do the same.
You want me to lie?
That's just facts. I
need to give details.
You listen. The Pacers did what they were supposed to do. Like that's what good basketball teams do.
You're telling me that
they hold home court.
Yeah, they held home court, but they also did it while punking them.
Oh, okay. You ain't my team didn't get punked now.
They got kind of punked.
They got punked.
Oh,
they're chirping. The Pacers are chirping at the Bucks,
and the Bucks are chirping back, which I totally respect. Right, like the Bucks have world championship players on their team. Not all of them, but they're chirping, and it's very clear. It's been said these teams do not like each other. But I'll be damned if I get frustrated with this team again, get roped back in, then they start jawing, and then Andrew Nemhard steps back on Giannis and cans one in his face after all that chirping. That one got me really mad.
That was it. I mean, that was the game winner right there.
I'm like,
the game away.
I'm like, here's the thing. I'm all for like the talk, like talking back. Like if they're gonna come at you, like hold your ground. Like this team has Bobby, KPJ, like guys who are about that life. But it's one thing to be about I'm gonna get in a tussle, and then right after the tussle and the fussle, getting a 3 in your face.
I mean, listen, he tried, and he made a good shot. I mean, he set it up.
He's a 30% 3-point shooter. He was 3 of 5 yesterday, and he put one in Giannis's face, and it made me sick to my stomach.
I mean, listen. I'm actually, when I talk about physicality and toughness, I'm glad the Bucks didn't back down. Now, obviously, their play on the court was not good enough yesterday. Was not consistent enough, even early on in that basketball game, where they are finding themselves out trying to dig out a hole. By the time we get to the fourth quarter, they just cannot get over the hump. But I like the fact that they matched the physicality. They didn't get punked or bullied. They just got outplayed. Listen, the other team did what you're supposed to do. Ben, why were you so great at basketball? Why did you get a Division I scholarship? Why did your team make it to a Final Four? What did y'all do better than other teams?
We played together.
And what else did y'all do? You put the ball in the hoop. That's what you did.
Because we played together.
But the Pacers are putting the ball in the basket better
because
than the
they played
Bucks.
together.
I feel you. I understand it. So right now the Bucks have to figure it all out. But I'm telling y'all now.
It's like the Bucks aren't a great defensive team either.
Well,
the problem that I have right now about all the bark that's going on is like they're both barking, but every time they bark, the Pacers are getting the last laugh.
Yeah.
Same thing happened. Bucks were at like a 9-point. Down 9, right? They were hovering around that 10 and whatever. Then they bark at each other. The Pacers go on a little run. Doc calls timeout, and I see Tyrese Halliburton throwing up the timeout sign, looking at the bench. I see them chirping the bench, and like
I know Dan want to slap him so bad.
I know, but they at this point, like I don't want to respect it. I respect it because they're backing it up. They're backing it up with play on the court. And that's what's getting me most frustrated is I'm watching a disconnected team that doesn't have defined roles, that isn't playing together, that Doc doesn't know how to put up a lineup that actually is going to be advantageous.
He gonna switch up the lineup to start.
His switch was to put Kyle Kuzma on Tyrese Halliburton. It was meep, see you later.
Starting game 3, we're gonna see a different starting lineup, which is cause for concern and panic.
Let's go to Josh in Kenosha. You want to pose a question about the Bucks? Go ahead. I just don't want to see them get in a chirping match and then not back it up on the floor because that's what's most important.
Happy draft eve, guys.
Happy draft eve.
Hey.
Two-part question for you. First is, do you believe in karma? And the reason I ask that is because you think the Bucks are reaping what they sowed for firing a coach after his brother died in a car accident?
Oh, wow. I think that's a reach.
No,
I think that's a reach.
No, yeah. I know. No.
Let's go to the next question.
Yeah. That's tough, Josh.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to put us in.
I hope not.
This sports talk radio show is to keep things light.
It is good show. We are Good Karma Brands radio station. Good Karma. I don't know. We're hoping for good karma here.
That's a bad karma.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Next.
Maybe.
You didn't have a second question? I thought you had two.
We are Good Karma Brands.
I think the first question was, do you believe in karma? And the second question, it was a follow-up to the first.
Well, I didn't like either question. I'm going to make that very clear.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And no, for the record.
Back to the Bucks, though. Listen, I understand. I might sound crazy, but the Bucks aren't out of it yet. They're not. The Bucks are not out of it yet. I am still not convinced that this team can't come back. I know we were down, but the Bucks almost came back.
On Twitter at KBN, ESPN, are the Bucks cooked, or do you have hope?
I think they're cooked.
Of course you do, right?
I do.
Listen,
I do. Are you watching the games, Kyle?
I have.
Watching the games?
I have, but you know,
Okay.
you
All right, have you though?
No, yes, I have watched the games, and I'm going to tell you this right now.
Whoa. You don't have a subscription. You have
Yes,
to.
I do. I told you. I have. Listen, the first one. Actually, I watched both games at my parents' house. But also, I have,
his parents got the subscription.
actually, full disclosure, I was at my parents' crib last night. I was watching the game inside their bedroom, talking and having fun.
Wait.
Why? Say that line again.
So I was watching inside of the bedroom. I was just hanging out in there.
You were watching the Bucks game in your parents' bedroom?
Yeah, I mean,
is this the same bedroom that you came from?
No, that's a different house. Thank you so much.
Who else was in the bedroom with you?
It was my mother, my father.
Are there like chairs, or are you all just like all three of you like Willy Wonka on the bed?
I was sitting on the edge and then standing up. And I was helping them with
Are
some
your
stuff.
parents in the bed?
They're just sitting down. They're relaxing.
Are they laying in the bed?
We're a close family. We just chill. No, my mom was like sitting on the edge. It's
Neither game was that late. Why weren't you watching in like the family room?
This was a 6 o'clock game, and you're in your parents' room.
I was watching it in the kitchen because I made me some chicken tenders, and then after got done
and then you brought chicken tenders.
No, I got done
to the
eating
room.
chicken tenders, and listen, I value time with family. So I said, you know what? If I'm gonna hang out, I want to hang out and watch the Bucks game.
Why were they in the bedroom? It was 6 o'clock.
I'm so confused.
They're old. What do you mean?
How old are they? 90?
No, they're in their 70s. They're hanging out watching the game.
Doesn't your dad have like a lazy boy he likes and
like the basement smells like smoke.
Do you guys not have a family room?
No, there is a family room. Just decided not to watch it in there. I don't know. I just went in there. I was having a conversation.
Make sense of this.
Are y'all weird?
No, you think it's weird to hang out with family?
Not in that context. In your parents' bedroom at 6 o'clock watching the Bucks game on the bed, yes.
It was 7. I told you.
The idea of even
it was the second half of the basketball game. I went in there in the second half. She was watching the game, and she turned. I said, "No, turn the game back on." I was having a conversation and watching the game.
So where were they? They were on the bed?
Yes.
And where were you?
What do you think I was doing?
On the edge of the bed.
I was on the edge of the bed. There's the bed, the dresser, the head dresser, the bed, and the edge of the bed, the TV.
I mean,
the door, the bathroom.
I remember cozying up on my parents' bed when I was like 8 years old, watching Monday Night Football with the Packers.
I was at the edge of the bed watching the game, standing up, moving around.
How long were you in there for?
Oh, basically the whole second half. Because I went in there at halftime.
Like an hour and a half?
Huh?
Like an hour and a half?
Yeah, basically.
Gosh,
this is so odd.
That's odd.
800-990-3070. Hang on, 3776. Do you, as a 35-year-old, watch
34? Thank you.
Sports in your parents' room on their bed?
I've never heard that before, Kyle.
I'm concerned.
I was on the edge of the bed. Yeah.
Did you have some ginger ale and some soup too? Are you sick?
I was watching the game.
Did you
Will, do you have questions?
What are we doing? Why aren't we in the family room?
No, I no, not at all.
Did you have to watch it in there? Was like that the only TV that had the game on? Like, could you yourself just gone into your family room and watched it by yourself?
I watched the first half from the kitchen because I was eating, and then I went in halftime. I talked to my mom, and I said, "You know what? Turn the game on in here." I was just hanging out. I did the edge of the bed, the floor, standing up a little bit.
The floor?
The edge of the floor, the front of the bed. Yeah, I was moving around. I don't know why this sounds so crazy. I never hung out in your parents' bedroom at all, hanging out with them?
No, not as a grown man.
lot of interesting questions coming in on the Cardinals
I'm a family guy. What can I say? I'm a family guy.
Were the lights off?
Okay, no, the lights were off.
Dimmed? To at least make the game brighter?
No, I was just listen. This is not. I've done this many times before.
Did you eat? Like the chicken tenders you made in the bed?
No, that was in the kitchen.
I said in the kitchen. I ate that in the kitchen.
Were they Dino Nuggets?
No, they're actually a really good brand of chicken tenders. I highly recommend. Just Bear.
Oh yeah,
very healthy. The chicken strips.
It doesn't excuse what's happening. But.
Just so Brad and I know if we're sane or not sane. I think the question simply is, as David chimes in, definitely weird. Weird or not weird, Kyle Wallace watched the second half of the Bucks game in his parents' bedroom while they were laying in bed.
They were hanging out. We were hanging out.
No. So you're not denying that they weren't laying in bed?
No, I'm just sitting on the edge. I think my mom was on the laptop.
No 70-year-olds are sitting on the edge of the bed.
No,
are they under the covers?
No. My mom was
look at me in the eye.
They were not under the covers. No. My dad was moving around too. He went to the basement as well.
In pajamas?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she had her jammies on. I'm sure they had the jammies. I mean, they're old. I don't know what you expect.
Did you have your jammies on?
No.
Kill Kill him, Will.
I had on sweatpants.
Will. Yo, Will's bullying you.
I'm not being bullied whatsoever. Listen, I'm a tight.
Paul appreciates you. Y'all are being too much. Making this weird. Kyle's a family man. It's
big
all
family
good.
guy. Big family guy.
I just have never heard this before.
I just
ever.
When I would come home from college, I don't know. The last thing I would do was go in my parents' room.
If my parents went to bed, I would just stay in the family room until I went to bed.
They weren't in bed going to sleep. They were hanging out. My mom needed me to help her with some stuff for her laptop.
Braden chimes in, Kyle. There's no coming back from this story. I'm sorry. Ryan chimes in. It's not weird. It's creepy.
I have no shame. I have no shame whatsoever. Very close with the fam. No shame.
We have all learned something new about Kyle Wallace. So now, whenever you join Kyle, Brust, and Nortman after a Packer game or a Bucks game or a Brewers game or a Badger game, there's a possibility they were all hanging out like Willy Wonka and just laying in the bed.
Okay, now we're just saying I'm sleeping.
You helping Grandpa get up off the bed to go run around the house?
Thank you. My grandpa's been dead for over a decade.
I meant your dad,
and I did help my grandpa when he was alive.
Family man.
No,
is your baby girl gone?
She is out of town.
My God!
That's why
you are the least self-sufficient person in this entire world.
Could you spend one night alone?
Yes, yes. I will be doing that today.
When's the last time you did?
Saturday night. And then I'll be doing it again tonight. I got quite the drive up to Green Bay. A little bit shorter from the house. But if it wasn't for Green Bay, I'm going over there today, though. I told my mom I'll be over there.
Citizens Bank, Kyle.
Ooh, yeah. See, Citizens Bank, they're all about local, all about family. That's why me and Citizens Bank definitely works out. And if you're looking to level up, right? If you're looking to maybe invest a little bit, if you're looking to be smarter with your money, maybe you're looking to potentially save for the future to buy a home, you should visit citizensbankwi.bank. That's citizensbankwi.bank, because that is where you'll find all the resources that you need. And what I absolutely love about Citizens Bank, yes, they'll help you invest your money, CD account. They can help you plan for your future when buying a home. But more importantly, they are local and they get you, right? They actually care about helping people in the community plan for what's next. So I'm telling you right now, visit citizensbankwi.bank. That's citizensbankwi.bank, and they will help you with your next steps to make sure you're investing right and you are planning right with Citizens Bank right here in Wisconsin.
I've now can't get this image out of my head. It's Kyle's parents in the bed, and Kyle's in the middle of them with his arms around their neck saying, "Hey, family, we're watching the Bucks game." That's exactly what happened.
Sure.
See, he's not denying it.
If you want that image in your head, go right ahead.
Well, you got it there.
He's got a little bit of ranch dressing on his shirt from his Dino Nuggets.
I'm a kill Will.
Dino Nuggets.
Whoa.
I know. With my words. Keep playing with me, Will. I'm all right, Will. Keep playing with me now.
I'm going to kill him with my words.
Yeah. Well, listen, Will, I like you, but I can bring you some smoke, too.
Is Alex Strofe around?
I don't know. Should I reach out to him?
There's no way. Alex Strofe is outside talking with all the famous people, acting like he's a big wig. Alex Strofe, this is just a taste of when Alex Strofe finally leaves our show and he gets his own show. We won't ever see him.
We won't ever talk to him.
Yeah.
No,
he'll
never.
be way big time for us.
He didn't even text us today. That's all I know.
Yeah, he didn't call me either. He didn't even fake it.
Usually he texts.
Usually he likes to fake it and be like, "Oh, I'm here for the show. What do you need from me?"
Yeah, no, he didn't do any. He didn't offer up, "Hey, you fellas need me today?" He didn't pop on there. Strofe is done. He's gone. I don't know what we're going to do next week.
We'll taste the future. I know what we're going to do. Will.
Yeah, I guess Will.
Will the thrill.
We'll keep talking crazy, though. I'll make sure that you'll never have a job around here.
He doesn't have that kind of power. Don't worry, Will.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, let them do this. I ain't doing it.
You're not going to hurt our feelings.
Come on.
Just mine.
Homer, come on.
Yo, suck. I should be doing this time. I should be 2-6. That good enough for you? You need more? Nobody's as good as me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
On 41. We got some backups coming up from Wisconsin Avenue, pretty much all the way up to Silver Spring. On the southbound side, slowing down from just before Good Hope Road all the way down past Silver Spring. More delays then from the Zoo Interchange down to Lincoln, and then from Beloit Road down towards the Hale Interchange. So give yourself a little extra time to get through that. Eastbound 94 is heavy from 84th Street all the way to the Stadium Interchange. Westbound is going to be slow from just before 35th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, isolated showers possible, a low of 47. And then tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, a slight chance for showers, a high of 55 at the lake, 65 inland. Weather is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
You remember the moments from that magical March.
Side Decker, it's a three. Got it!
On June 26th, celebrate the squad with Made 'em Believe, a special night with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, and Sam Decker.
Here's Kaminsky, the drop stab,
that's his favorite.
And the two.
Presented by Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzer. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
There's only one store that gives you every possible choice in diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's, flavor is our family's business.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA, founder of Right Choice Tax and best-selling author on how to have less stress with the IRS. The IRS has you in their crosshairs. We are local and know how to deal with the IRS and state to solve your situation. Just the other week, we successfully removed the target on Nick to get $194,358 of taxes and penalties removed. This is why I started Right Choice Tax Resolution, to help people fight the IRS and state. You don't know the ins and outs of all the taxes they can charge you or the more than 150 penalties they can impose on you. Make the right choice and call us at 844-222-1192. We want to help so your bank account doesn't get wiped out, your paycheck or Social Security garnished, or a lien put on your house. Get rid of that stress and get back to enjoying life. The situation won't go away if you do nothing. Call us at 844-222-1192 or visit rightchoicetax.us right now to book a meeting.
April is Global Volunteer Month. Find the perfect volunteer opportunities for you at volunteerwisconsin.org or contact your local United Way or Volunteer Center today. Volunteerwisconsin.org is hosted by United Way of Wisconsin and Serve Wisconsin. Paid for by United Way of Wisconsin.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Pain in your joints is just debilitating, KBN Nation. You know that. If you are experiencing it, my words can't even describe what you're going through. Limited, doing things that you can't do, or you're not able to do the things you can do because of the pain in your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your back, wherever it might be. QC Kinetics can help you with that. They are the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. That's right. Surgery, drugs, downtime, that is not your only options anymore. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, and I've seen it with my own two eyes. Been to the Greenfield location and seen their tools in their toolkit. That could be plasma, platelets, and PRP. There are so many different things that they can use to put right back into those joints to give them their long-term effects, to give you your life back and to be healthy living once again. Somebody that I know went through it, said something of a miracle after experiencing QC Kinetics. Why don't you go find your miracle at QC Kinetics? Find out how easy it is to get your free consultation and start enjoying life with QC Kinetics. Give them a call today for your free consultation. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Part-time Will's time to shine here. 800-990-3776. If you've gotten a piece of part-time Will in your life, I'm always looking for feedback from the great KBN Nation and ESPN Wisconsin fans. Send in any and all feedback on part-time Will.
Oh, I got feedback for you, Will. Better not mess up.
And here is his time to shine, becoming Willevant.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Stroph's time to shine on KBN starts now.
Came across an interesting question on the exosphere, or the
Get rid of them
Twitter
arms, boy.
Yo, take it easy, man.
Speak with conviction.
Let him
Say it
do
from
the
chest.
segment and then give him the feedback.
I want to coach him in real time.
No, that's going to be a little disruptive.
If you guys could have one athletic trait from any athlete, what would it be? It could be shooting like Steph Curry, throwing like Paul Skeens, or hitting like Barry Bonds, or punting like Brad.
Hell no.
What would you pick? It could be anything.
Oh, this is easy. Make me a phenomenal baseball player. Matter of fact, a DH, a big poppy type. I just want to be able to hit balls. That's it. That's all I need to do. And get paid a lot to do it. Think about it.
Why would you choose a 162-game season to do something?
Because it's literally it's from March until September. I'm fine with that. All he has to do is get up there and make. He probably made what, $25 million a year back when he was playing, just to swing the bat. He didn't even have to play first base anymore. Give me that. That's easy. Put my feet up. Easy on the body.
I think to like a golf stroke like Tiger Woods. I think is what I would go with.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods' back is broke.
Yeah, but not because of playing
Body is
golf,
broke.
because he's doing like Navy SEAL training stuff and running into trees in his car.
Oh, he didn't run into trees with his car just by himself.
Yeah, I know that, but he's not on the golf course where these issues are coming.
Just
Most of his
crazy.
guys age just fine. Give me the Tiger Woods golf stroke so I can dominate for 15 years on the PGA Tour like he did.
Now, I'm a sick person where, like, I still believe in my abilities, that if I could take my same athleticism and shooting abilities and put it in a 6'8" body, that's all I want. Put me in a 6'8" body with the same athleticisms, same shooting ability.
Is there a 6'8" person you can think of where you're like, that guy?
No, I mean, like, even like so Sam Hauser, like, is 6'8".
Sam Hauser?
I mean, 6'7", but like he made $40 million. He just got cashed out.
That's your
but like
comparison.
but I'm saying, like, I was more athletic than him. You know what I mean? Like, if I could have the same movement,
You couldn't think of some
quickness.
black guy? You had to think of some white boy, huh?
Well, they're more athletic than I would have been. So you know what I mean? So I couldn't actually. I was trying to find something closer to me, and Sam Hauser happened to be one. You know,
That's true. Yeah, you know what's actually a sport I would love to be really good at? Soccer. Because soccer gets so much
like Messi.
glory. And there is nothing more. You've played soccer. What is more exhilarating than scoring some type of game-winning goal or go-ahead goal? Like, literally, there's nothing more. You go, you celebrate, the crowd goes crazy, the team
comes over.
You have your moment in soccer. I don't think there's anything more exhilarating.
That's a good one. Foot skills and ball striking like Messi. Actually, can I trade places with David Beckham?
Ooh.
Oh, you just want the good looks and the love.
What about like Ronaldo?
Bro, I watched that Beckham documentary. I love him. He's awesome.
So did everybody.
Yeah, it was a good documentary.
Great documentary. What else you got, Will?
I would say dunking for that one in case anyone cared, but it would be cool to be like a really good surfer and just go to like Thailand or wherever the big waves are, and just
Get
in
eaten by a
paradise.
shark. Like
Not if you're good.
I feel like
I didn't know Will was like a surfer, bro.
Oh, not at all. But wouldn't that be cool?
No, but
you
like
just go
even
to
when you
Hawaii?
said like I'd love to do that, you turned into like, you know, it'd be
bro.
really cool to be like a surfer,
I
bro.
just
Go out to
started getting that, like,
Thailand. Like you just
accent,
started to
the
become a
bro.
surfer.
Good Indonesia,
living out,
man.
living out of a van in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Just, living off the coconuts.
Bro, it'd be just amazing, Will.
All right, the Lions president took a shot at the Packers while advocating for the NFL draft's return to Detroit When asked how the draft in Green Bay would compare to last year's draft in Detroit, he said, "There's no way Green Bay will come close. They'll finish second, or as I said off stage, they'll finish third like they did last year."
You know, I'm not going to lie, though. I am sick of being in this state, and I feel like we're in a transitional period where I used to have all the power to make fun of everyone else. Like, I had Badger football. The believe it or not, I think this is a good learning lesson about sustained success, and be careful what you wish for. Because the amount of success that both basketball and football had together, I could point to both at a lot of different schools, and you could look at the statistics and be like, Wisconsin is top 3 in schools that made a bowl game and made the NCAA tournament. It was a 20-plus year run there.
Yeah, it was
a lot of consistency.
From a Packers standpoint, the Detroit Lions, who have been garbage the majority of their existence, are taking shots, and it's hard to swing back because they've won the NFC North and have had better seasons than the Green Bay Packers the last 2 seasons.
I hate these Jotty-come-latelys.
No, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I want
who they really
I want to get back on the and then I'm watching the Pacers act like they're winning the NBA championship. Just because they beat the Bucks in this series doesn't mean they're any good.
No, exactly.
And so I'm getting sick of being the guy that doesn't I don't want to be the person that's like, but that was in the past, right? Like, I want the now ammo. I like having the now ammo over Marquette. You know what I mean?
It's coming back. Don't worry about it.
I need that to swing back around for the old ego here, to be able to just have that clap back anytime somebody brings some smoke.
Yeah, they love tearing you down. They love building you up, but they love tearing you down. Wisconsin sports had a long run of success, and now the other people that have just been waiting for those waters to get a little bit warmer for them to jump in.
Maybe you guys can help here. On the Carbless Talk and text line, this happens only with the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know why, but there are these bot accounts on Twitter and bot accounts that text our text line. Like, they're made up names, made up area codes from places that I never see, and they send the most generic texts and tweets. Bucks regroup at home and win next 2, dominating Pacers to get back in the series. Fear the deer.
I like that.
Oh, wow. Sounds like a headline.
Will, do you know anything about this stuff? You're a young person.
I don't know. There's always bots on our YouTube, too, that are claiming they have live streams for NBA games. It's very annoying.
It's Russia.
It is.
It's Russia.
Probably is.
Should I block this Russian number?
Putin trying to get
out of here. Get out of here, Russia.
What do we think of becoming relevant? Not bad. It's actually more prepared than becoming relevant with Alex Strofe has been.
It sparked good conversation.
It was good.
Strofe told me he was going to be around for the show all week, and he's not even replying to my texts.
We haven't heard from him all show.
He told you he's out.
Funny thing from yesterday, I don't know if you guys noticed, he was on for a good amount. I just had his mic potted up, and he was on the camera, and then he just randomly walked away. And then
now?
No, yesterday. And 2 hours later, his mic and camera were still on. Just no Strofe.
Never came back.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Trying to get credit.
He's having the time of his life in Green Bay. He's walking around like Mr. 920.
He's making plans. He's making plans for the future.
I guarantee you he's trying to get all these interviews that he's going to keep to himself. He was
making
out there
a reel.
Carrington Valentine. He didn't offer him, hey, I have a show that I produce.
Yeah, tune in to Mr.
You know what my favorite
Irrelevant.
part would be?
What?
Is if he sends that reel to upper management, they'd be like, this sucks! You do more! Get back to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Dang, that's some hater stuff.
No, it's just how our company works. Do more.
That's very true.
Not enough. Spent the whole week in Green Bay. Not enough.
Probably spending the night at his parents' house. Y'all talking about me. That's probably where he is now.
You ain't a lie.
You're probably right.
Saving the company down, too.
You ain't a lie. Kyle, you ain't a lie about helping make that home better, too.
I am not, and y'all, I'm telling you, it is April, but there's something up the sleeve of Universal Windows Direct for next month. But right now, I'm telling you, if you are looking to freshen up your house, if you are looking out your window saying, I think it's time to upgrade, then you should do it with my friends at Universal Windows Direct. There's no better time than right now to save big, especially with their fan favorite classic buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And remember, there is absolutely no limit. You can buy 10 windows and get 10 free. The savings don't stop. And then on top of that, here's the real surprise. Guess what? You get a $500 bonus off your entire home improvement project. Yes, $500 off your entire home improvement project when you work with Universal Windows Direct. So what are you waiting for? Upgrade your your curb appeal, increase your energy savings, and take on those big projects with confidence by scheduling your free in-home estimate today by calling Universal Windows Direct at 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000. Listen, for the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I have an absolute lock. Will, are you in with me?
I'm in.
Love the blind faith. Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
He is now off his rocker saying it. Well, if I played...
Choke artists. Choke artists, choke artists, choke artists. That's what you both are. Yeah, I said it. You both are choke artists.
Losers, choke artists.
That's what you are. You choked against TCU. You choked against Oregon. You choked against Kentucky. Y'all choked against Duke. I can keep going.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We got northbound backing up on 43, right through the Marquette interchange up to Keefe. Southbound is slowing down from North Avenue down through the Marquette down to the KK River. Westbound 94, watch for delays out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound slowing down from about Springdale Road all the way through to Brookfield Road. Back on the brakes from the zoo to the stadium interchange. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, isolated showers, a low of 47. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a slight chance for showers, a high of 55 at the lake, 65 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
We have been more critical, I think rightfully so, of the Pittsburgh Steelers this offseason than maybe we ever have been in the history of their franchise. Is there any chance they got this all right? Is there any chance they're just going to sit there tomorrow night, 21's going to roll around, and Shador's going to be there, and we're going to end the Aaron Rodgers conversation with them, and we're just going to say, you know what, they kind of played this perfectly?
Can't say they've gotten it all right when you've had ownership talk about how they thought this would be resolved a lot sooner than it has. You can't have everything go all right where Mike Tomlin talks about how uncomfortable it is waiting throughout the course of the offseason this late in the calendar. So no, I'm not going to say they played it all right, because in a perfect world, they would have had Aaron Rodgers signed by now, but that hasn't happened. I can't say they're playing it right when the guy they prioritized all along is treating them like an option.
When you partner with CDW, your people get more out of technology. CDW data experts are simplifying complex workloads with high-speed AMD processors, which helps your project managers efficiently manage heavier workflows. Game designers level up creativity, and scientists develop their next breakthrough. Amazing, right? Make amazing happen. AMD and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/AMD.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news to stats to placing bets in a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Are you ready to win some real cash during the basketball playoffs? It's time for you to check out Pick 6 from DraftKings. Hey, it's Alex Rowe. When it comes to basketball payouts, DraftKings Pick 6 posterizes the competition, including all other daily fantasy options. It's easy. Download the Pick 6 app in your app store and make at least 2 selections by clicking more or less on player projections. Hit all your picks and score higher minimum payouts on Pick 6, plus even more cash if you outscore the competition. Pick 6 is available in most states, including right here in Wisconsin, California, Texas, Georgia, and more. And you can pick on anything: basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code WKTI. That's code WKTI. For new customers to play $5, get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins, only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded is non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All right, one bet for all of KBN Nation here, because you have to do it. You just have to. There's too much of a trend, and you know I love trends. Hit it, Will.
It's time for Ben Brust's Best Bets. Sponsored by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. There's a table waiting for you at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. 12 bars and restaurants, a winning seat at 40 table games or 3,000 slot machines, and full-service sports betting. Explore more at paysbig.com.
Last week, I was so distracted because the Cubs scored 5 runs in one inning. The Diamondbacks scored 10 runs the next inning. And then the Cubs scored another 5 runs the next inning and won 13-11. Yesterday, the wind was blowing out at Wrigley Field, and the Dodgers won 11-10. Per Jesse Rogers, after the 13-11 and 11-10 scores over the last few days, first thing you do when you walk into Wrigley Field is look at the flags. Blowing out again. Over under 9.5 runs.
Combined?
Easy money.
Oh, how do I get in on that?
Will, what does
Who's
the
pitching?
Wrigley Winds account have?
Wrigley wind report, 67 degrees, wind blowing right to left, out to left field at just 5 miles per hour, gusts up to 11 miles per hour.
All you gotta do... totally. I mean, especially if you just put it in the air, they have that little stupid basket. Doesn't even have to go over. Like
Who's pitching?
Michael Boyd, I think, and
Okay,
like...
and...
I don't honestly, I don't even care.
Wait,
I don't even care. The Cubs' bats are actually decent. Obviously, the Dodgers are decent.
And they've been hitting well. Yesterday's final score was, you said,
Matthew Boyd and Ben Casparius.
Ooh, I heard of Ben Casparius.
But what do you know about Ben Casparius?
I just heard the name.
Oh,
that's it. That is it.
Baseball is full of just guys.
Is Casparius for the Dodgers?
Casparius and the Dodgers. Yeah. Kyle Tucker, 1 for 1. Justin Turner, 1 for 1. Michael Busch, 1 for 1. Dansby Swanson, 1 for 3. That's the meat of the order.
Yeah, Ben, how do I get in on this? You gonna go to Pato for me?
I'm gonna have to make some magic happen. And as you can see, based off the way that the wind is blowing, and it's a left-handed pitcher for the Cubs, the Dodgers have gone. They moved Teoscar to third in the lineup ahead of Freddie Freeman because he's a righty. Mookie Betts righty. Tommy Edman switch hitter righty. Andy Pages righty. They're putting the righties in the lineup because that wind's blowing to left field.
I mean, I like it. I definitely like it.
It's moving. I literally on Pato, it was Potawatomi was +9. Now it's +9.5. So run. 20-minute reserve parking spaces.
Who's just listening?
Make it hurt. Make it hurt. Over 9.5 runs. Cubs, Dodgers. Wind blowing out. Do it. 67 degrees is not a cooler night. I mean,
oh my gosh, it's gonna be 60.
No, I mean it's gonna be in the 50s. But I'm still even if it's not 11-10 like it was yesterday. There's power. Power to be.
I've been
65.
I've been nerding out on this account too, and the wind shifts to blow out to left compared to right, which helps the righties at nighttime. So
wow, that's deep. That's deep meteorology.
All right, well,
I like this best bet.
Look what the wind blew in.
Yeah, the wind blew.
No.
Oh, I don't.
Look what the wind blew in.
Oh, string beans arrived.
String bean has flown from Green Bay in the wind. The gust of wind sent him all the way back. I mean, it actually could happen, so that's actually too close of a joke that's real. Alex Strofe, welcome to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey, fellas, good afternoon. How we doing today?
How are you doing?
Yes,
you don't care about us.
That's not accurate whatsoever. I sent you things to do on the show.
Oh my!
I've been trying to mull around Green Bay and send in live reports. However, I've been striking out. I miss you guys. How's it going? I'm really excited to see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't give a damn about you. Just tell people about Pick 6.
No, I want the pleasantries.
Of course. Yeah, right. The all-new Pick 6 from DraftKings. All you got to do is select more or less on player projections in the app. Just look up Pick 6 in your app store. Download it today. Use code WKTI at sign-up. That's code WKTI. Whatever Kyle thinks impossible. Code WKTI. And new users will get $50 at sign-up with just a $5 entry. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER and visit DraftKings.com/promos for details. Let's go WKTI and the all-new Pick 6 app from DraftKings.
All right, and I'm hanging up on him now. Will, I would just like to make something clear. I want to take a little inside baseball here, no pun intended. Had the opportunity to work with some of our sales members, and this opportunity was brought to me, and they were like, who do you think right now is open for this opportunity? You know, I was like, Alex Strofe. The guy's on from noon to 2 all week. All week. He could have put it in right there. So my message to you, Strofe, is you're going to over-deliver the crap for Pick 6 tomorrow and Friday and wherever you're on the airwaves. Otherwise, Will, it's coming to you.
We'll be taking the over at Wrigley, or all the player props, overs, home runs.
Could have provided some value there. You know, he ain't win any money.
No.
We'll help people win money. No, I actually do love the whatever Kyle does is impossible. What is it? Whatever Kyle thinks is impossible. Probably the most clever thing Alex Strofe has thought of.
It'd be the people closest to you that try to tear you down.
Always. Homer joins us next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Milwaukee County, you need to shovel the pathway to the lake, okay? I had to step through snow in order to get to the lake.
I think Kyle's the Karen of the show.
I think
he's high maintenance, for sure.
I think Kyle pays taxes in the county of Milwaukee that just went up, so I expect for this stuff to be popped.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at 90s 2K Cafe Milwaukee, Champs Lake Geneva, McGillicuddy's Milwaukee, Kelly's Bleachers Wind Lake, and Magoo's on the Mound Milwaukee. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Bev Anderson has a big idea she wants to share.
Bev has been here for 24 years.
Hi, Bev. We're anxious to hear your idea.
Kessler's is 45 years old this year. Monica, remember when your dad used to say in every radio ad, "I'm Richard Kessler, and I want to be your jeweler"?
I never got to hear that.
Yeah, and then Rick would say,
Kessler's Diamonds, inconveniently located on Appleton Avenue, Menominee Falls.
Inconveniently?
Richard said it was inconvenient for people to have to drive all the way to Menominee Falls, so he might as well admit it.
Bev, tell us your idea.
Richard said something else in almost every ad, and I think we should start saying it again because it's really important.
Tell us.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
I love that.
Fantastic idea, Bev.
Kessler's Diamonds.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location nearest you, visit Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
Some road trips are about the journey, others are where they take you. And sometimes, the best destinations are just across the Wisconsin border. There you'll find Higher Love stands out with the largest selection of products at an unbeatable value, making every trip worth it. Less than an hour from Green Bay and just over 2 from Milwaukee, Higher Love in Menominee is closer than you think. Come see why they are voted best in Michigan. Also find them in Ironwood or any of their 9 UP locations. Start your trip at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on the Packers. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
No shortcuts, no compromises, just the job done right. At Exterior Pros, we don't just meet expectations, we crush them. Every nail, every window, every shingle is a step toward your home's next chapter. From the moment we start until that final reveal, we're committed to making your home better than ever. Quality products and craftsmanship you can count on. Go to the pros for your next project. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Radio legend.
I don't care. I wanted to talk to Brett Musburger. That was for my own personal benefit. I hope other people enjoyed it, but I wish I was Brett Musburger. How about that?
Voice of Marquette basketball.
Joplin to the basket. Oh, wow. Hammer time.
And owner of the most famous catchphrase, at least in this building.
Oh, baby, that's sweet.
It's time for Uncle Homer on Kyle Brust and Nortman. Brought to you by Higher Love Cannabis Company. Less than an hour from Green Bay and just over 2 from Milwaukee. Find your Higher Love at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Oh, baby! Crosstalk with Uncle Homer here is brought to you by Higher Love Cannabis Company. Less than an hour from Green Bay. Elevate that draft experience by making Higher Love your top pick. At Menominee, promo code ESPN Draft. Hit that 25% off online or in store at Menominee. Elevate that draft experience. Homer joining us here. Homer, your biggest surprise
I tried
tomorrow.
to help you, all of you. Like game 2, you just wouldn't listen.
Yeah, you turned Bango around today, and I have no issue
I know.
with that.
Yeah, that was appropriate.
We'll turn it back around. They can win the next 2.
All right.
2-all.
Yeah. The series doesn't start until a
three-game
team
series.
wins on the road.
Yes, it's correct.
So you do have a shred of hope for the Bucks.
Yes.
Why?
Because they've just lost 2 games on the road, and Indiana's not that good.
Tell them, Homer.
But what does that make the Bucks?
Are the Bucks any good?
Good enough to beat Indiana.
Are they?
Yes.
I hope so,
Yes.
but
I think they are.
They're not giving me much hope.
I will say this, though. They act like if there's a rivalry. The 2 teams are good enough to have a rivalry.
It's a first round rivalry.
Has a rivalry.
They've
with
played
their
each
friends.
other like 18 times in the last 3
but
years.
they're not
It's
good
ridiculous.
enough. Rivalries are
This
really good.
This isn't
teams.
Pistons Bowls,
right? And like you're being, they're trash talking you. They're just Indiana.
Homer, you can have a rivalry.
I
and
ain't
not
taking
be
no
at the
trash
top.
talker from Indiana.
I actually like not naming this a rivalry because it's in the first round and it's like
But
a
they
team.
play each other in the same division, so they play each other for sure 4 times a year, and then they played each other in the NBA Cup last year.
It would have been
and-
like a few years ago if the Bears and the Lions have a rivalry. Who cares? No, you're not good enough to have a rivalry.
I think maybe not rivalry, but the tensions are high because when you look at it, last year they played each other 11 times.
No, the
This year
tensions
they
are
played
Halliburton. He creates everything. He's the whole deal.
He's so good, isn't he? And he's from Wisconsin, and just
but I mean,
pretty
good
good
storyline. You're being bugged by your little sister.
Do the Bucks?
Come
He
on.
does have little
It's
sister vibes.
Indiana.
No, not Indiana, but Halliburton's got little sister vibes.
He does. He's got a little bunny.
I mean, that's the worst part of it. It's one thing if it'd be like Oklahoma City or somebody that's the Boston Celtics. This is Indiana. What have they ever done?
Do the Bucks have a rival, like historically? Like who would you say? Oh, number one rival of the Milwaukee Bucks is? Do they have one? Celtics, maybe.
Back
historically,
it just depends about how good you are and when you're good. I mean, the rivalry back when they were good was with Boston and Philly. I mean, when those teams are good. But fundamentally, I would say no.
Yeah,
No,
it's
they
too
don't.
bad. It's hard for me to.
We're not.
And
a
I don't
good
want
enough
it to be the
organization.
Pacers. That's putting us in a bad spot.
Yeah, no, we're not a good
bad
enough
tier.
organization for basketball. When I say that, like historically, granted, the Bucks have been good right now, but we're. I mean, you're talking about longevity. Even the Brewers and Cubs, which Homer, you can probably speak to this more when the Brewers went to the NL. Was there much tension with the White Sox as there is with the Cubs?
Yes, White Sox.
So-
Oh my God, White Sox. There's never been a rivalry. Like they had fist fights in the.
And it just flipped to the Cubs. The Brewers and the White Sox.
Cubs and the Brewers is nothing like the White Sox and the Brewers. Not even close.
I would say it's more of a rivalry between fans with the Cubs and the Brewers based off the amount of influx of Cubs fans that come to American Family Field.
They just come into the park. Who can we fight? I just want to get into
Southside.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
it was unreal.
And so then when you think about the Packers, I mean, it's such a historic organization, won a lot of championships. So when you talk about the Bears, and the Bears have been around for a very long time. So it makes sense why other teams have it, but yeah, you're not going to get it with the Bucks. We're not good enough.
Do you have any surprises for tomorrow? Like anything?
Offensive lineman, kid from North Dakota State. For Kirby,
Gray
in the first round.
Gray. His name is Gray Zabel.
Yeah, if he's available, done. It's over.
No,
Why?
Because he's really good.
Homer,
Is he really good, or does he fit the metrics that Goody likes?
Well, I mean, of course he fits the metrics. That's part of what Goody does.
But that's what I'm saying. You researched this as part of
he's good.
in
I got
Goody's mindset.
yes,
No,
Goody.
Homer, that's not a good. It's not a good. I'm not denying that he's not good, but what I'm saying is that just wouldn't be strategic to me. I mean, I feel like the Green Bay
I
Packers
think
have
he's
other.
that good a player that they
Does
would
he
take
start
him.
right away?
He's a guard.
He
too,
can
isn't
start at any position, play any position in the offensive line.
But will
that's the type of pick that the Packers do like.
And this new guy from the network, Peter Schrager. Yeah, he's gotten picked as like 18 or 19, might go as early as 12. So the concern would be. Now, I don't know how good Schrager is on the draft. He has the Packers taking the wide receiver.
You know what bothers
from
me
Texas.
about this? Offensive linemen can really come after the first round. You don't just find great offensive linemen in the first round. When you talk about North Dakota State, it made me think about a dude named Quinn Mears, who played at UW Whitewater, got drafted in the third round, and is one of the highest paid offensive linemen in the NFL. You can find guys outside of the first round who can be successful. You know how I know it? Because I can look at the Packers' history. Look at their history. Look at the guys that they're paying. Are those first round picks?
Brian Bulaga, 10-year starter.
Great. That's fantastic.
23rd pick. What pick did they have
David
this time?
Bakhtiari.
Before you jump on Homer, just let me bring up a scenario in which if the Packers did draft an offensive lineman and it did become the right person that is paid a handsome second contract and becomes a cornerstone of the offensive line, you're not worried about you want to be like, all right, this is a guy we have to pay. The fact that you're only saying Zach Tom is a guy we have to pay and you have to make decisions on the other two speaks more about the other two than it does about being a starter is a good thing, but being someone as like a can't let go guy is different.
I remember Goody saying like, these guys at ESPN Milwaukee saying I have bad first-round picks.
He does.
I'm going to have a good first-round pick.
No.
Offensive lineman, North Dakota State.
What happened to last year when he drafted an offensive lineman? Not saying Jordan Morgan isn't good, just saying he didn't play, and the best availability is.
Hurt. It's too
and so I'm just.
it's too early to say
It
that.
is too early.
Have you ever done it? I'm telling you right now, if they take the kid from North Dakota State, he will be better than Morgan every day. Both of them are in the NFL.
I'm not denying that.
Have you ever done a show in person with Brian?
No.
Have you ever seen him in person?
No, man. The hope is that he put a thumbs up. Maybe that means he's going to play at Iowa. I just want to know if he's entered the transfer portal. I think he can play college football again.
And by the way, sitting next to him, looking at him, yes, he would dominate any 18 to 22-year-old in college football.
Today.
Not even close.
$1 million.
He's in good shape.
I get 0.5%.
Oh, wow. You're handing out money, too, now, huh?
NIL?
Well, what you need me to do? I'll take less than 0.5%. What is that? 0.25? I know you get at least $5 million. I take my little check.
No. Not in college. I think he'd be lucky to get $1 million.
Oh.
Hell no.
You don't think he's worth more than $1 million?
He's worth more.
I'm sorry. If he walked into the doors of Wisconsin right now, I would be like, hey, Fickle, sign him. I don't care who you got.
Hold on.
Sign him.
You don't
now.
know him. He's playing for Iowa.
No, listen. If Wisconsin offered you $5 million for 1 year, look, he made
his eyes jump.
Yeah.
He said, "I guess we win it. We bring
He's
that
like all the rest of the college kids. He's shopping around.
As he
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
But again, I want to emphasize he is not a part of this at all. I created it because I'm curious to see. They are saying some basketball players are putting themselves in the transfer portal, and everybody thinks they're out of eligibility.
They played 4 years?
Yeah, but isn't there a thing if you have a one
COVID.
extra year of eligibility to play a different sport?
But they're all acting, man. They're all, the guy Goodman is acting like keeping all this in mind.
I saw Dawson Garcia of Minnesota is going to play his 6th year.
Wait. Dawson Garcia, he put his name in the draft years ago, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but he took it out.
Time out. You mean to tell me you put your name in the draft in 2021 and you still in college?
Yes,
basketball?
you know why?
What?
The money.
Because he's getting paid more than he
Ain't no
would make.
way.
He's not.
I was working at Marquette when Dawson Garcia was getting ready to go there. You
That's a long time ago.
Not a lot.
So they haven't settled the case. The judge has not made a final decision, and if she does, then this whole chaos will likely end.
But until then, let's start marketing
for one
this
more
thing.
year, and I think it's possible. No one has gone on Twitter, which is where they go.
I'm sorry.
In the Institute, it says Bulagas can't do it.
Top 50 recruit Dawson Garcia signs with Marquette. That article is from November 20th, 2019.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Right.
Pre-COVID?
Ain't no way this man got a whole nother year of eligibility.
I think that
he was signed to Wojo.
Yes.
Wojo has been gone for over 4 years.
All I'm telling you,
Thank you for the history
there's
lesson.
a debate, and that's why I brought up Brian as to whether or not you have
Still got that punch, Brian? Still got that punch?
Let me see it. Let me see your hand.
Not a punch guy? Oh, he's a wraparound guy. Hey, offensive lineman saying there's a hold on every play. It's just if they call it.
He does not yet believe that he's eligible to play again. I, of course, created that in hope that he would actually get his college degree.
Brilliance
And he
from
informed
Homer.
me that would have nothing to do with whether or not he comes back.
Brilliance.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see in 2 minutes. I'll tell you that much.
Call your people at Wisconsin as to whether or not they believe that now there's literally no eligibility issue.
Damn, I should have stayed in shape.
Maybe you might be eligible.